Hello, culers. Happy New Year. It's 2026 and Barça are still top of LaLiga. We're going to hope to go 7 points clear for now at the top of the standings in what is a Catalan derby tonight. It's Espanyol versus Barça. Espanyol having a very, very good season, by the way, for their liking. So watch out for this one. It's got all the ingredients of an absolute thriller. We're away from home here at the RCD Stadium. It should be a very raucous atmosphere indeed. Delighted to say I'm joined once more by Alex Ibarceta. Alex, welcome back again. 2026.
Yes.
Barça have been on great form, by the way, ahead of the turn of the new year.
Yep.
It is not the new year, so very happy new year to you. We're back again, and we're back with a cracker, I think it's fair to say.
Happy New Year. Hopefully I can bring my winning streak into the new year. It's a big match today. It's absolutely explosive to start the year like this. It's a big test for both teams. Yeah, as you said, probably Espanyol are in a really good streak right now as well in the league.
Yeah.
As you see there in the standings.
Yes.
For them, they're coming into this game with a lot of confidence, especially compared to over the past few seasons, past couple of seasons for Espanyol. This is their best season yet. So for them, it's a big game at home. It's always they still have the bits of resentment that we won the league in their stadium. So there's a lot of spiciness coming into this match. But no, it should be a really good game today.
Yeah, it certainly should be. As ever, we've got plenty of you culers who are, of course, members in the chat. Very warm welcome to all of you. We've got the usuals. Brida Margarita says, Buona tarda. Mech by Mex says, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all of you culers, by the way. Hope you had a Merry Christmas for those who celebrate. We are the best. Galatasaray's there again. All of you using your Happy New Year emojis in the chat. Ali is there too. Mo's are there too. Loads of you culers ready to tune in for this one. Should be, as we say, an absolute thriller. Right, without any further ado, we're going to run you through Barça's lineup. I'll ask you guys in the chat to rate it from 1 to 10. Here it is for you. Joan Garcia does start in goal against his former club. Koundé, Koubarsi, Gerard Martin and Balde across the back four. That's very much been the back four that Flick's been using in the past few weeks or so. Eric Garcia and Frenkie de Jong start in midfield. Pedri's on the bench. He does have the medical green light alongside Dani Olmo. He's there too. So Rafinha starts in the 10. Lamin's off the right. Rashford off the left. Ferran down the middle. Culers, rate it 1 to 10. Alex, thoughts on that? Because he had some decisions to make there, Flick.
There was a lot of decisions to make, especially when you look at the front three, when you look at the number 10 position as well. No, I think I like it. I think we all know what Rafinha gives us in that number 10 position. The fluidity that Lamin, Ferran and Rashford are able to play when Rafinha is playing in the number 10 position. So it gives us a lot of dynamic movement in our attack. As if you have a number 10 who's quite static in the midfield, which is obviously great for us, but at the same time Rafinha does, he goes out to the wing with Lamine, who switches. Rashford is really good at cutting in as well. We'll probably see it at one point, Ferran and Rashford being the front two, with Rafinha and Lamine maybe having a bit more freedom to move in the midfield. So I'm excited, to be honest. It's first game of the year, and it's gonna be good. I think I like it.
I like it too, Alex. I think you're spot on. It's a lineup that enables movement, isn't it? I think that the front four, you're looking at that immediately and you're going, they're going to be rotating. I mean, Ferran, the natural number 9 if you like, but he's a different sort of number 9 to Lewandowski if you like. You've got Rashford, who gets a big start off the left. We know that Pedri and Olmo are on the bench. There's a question here from Dirot68. He says, where are Pedri and Olmo? They're on the bench, guys. They got the medical green light the other day. They're going to be fit for this one, but just not from the start. Luis says 9.5 out of 10. Ooh. And this is interesting here, Alex, because Gloria04 says, all I'm wishing for as a birthday gift is a win. Happy birthday, Gloria.
Happy birthday, yes.
Happy birthday, and well...
Hopefully you do get that birthday gift.
It's going to be a tricky one, that's for sure. It's a tricky one on your birthday, 100%. So very happy birthday to you.
I remember this season I had a PSG
you
in
did,
the Champions League on my birthday.
Yeah.
That was hopefully...
Brutal, sucker punch.
That was brutal. So hopefully, hopefully it's a good result for a good birthday gift.
Yeah, let's hope so. Watch, it's already the 4th. It's already the 4th here in Perth, watching live from Perth. There you go. So that's 4th.
I love Perth.
4th of January. There you go. In fact, we got fans from Perth all over the place here.
Yes.
Right, Marc Brau, as he said in the game against Villarreal, is going to be taking a short break. But we do have our colleague Llorenç Tarrés. He's going to be at the stadium for this one. Llorenç, let's hear a bit from him. How's the atmosphere? How are things doing?
Yeah, Pablo, Happy New Year to you also. Alex, nice to see you again. Welcome to Cornellà Prat. Everything is ready here. Let me speak in Catalan, okay? Because I need to improve my English to be part of your show. We are here. Everything is ready. Benvinguts a Cornellà, un estadi que avui bull amb aquest partit, amb aquesta visita del Barça, aquest primer partit del 2026. En aquest estadi on hem guanyat els 2 últims títols de Lliga i on avui el Barça estrena el 2026 amb la intenció de sumar 3 punts més que mantinguin l'avantatge respecte al Real Madrid, l'Atlètic de Madrid i el Villarreal. El Barça suma 8 victòries consecutives a la Lliga, recordem-ho, però al davant té un Espanyol que busca donar la sorpresa, 5 victòries consecutives i, en cas avui de sumar també el triomf, acostar-se encara més a la zona noble. En un partit sense Ronald Araujo, que no ha entrat a la convocatòria a banda de les baixes de Christensen i Gavi, el Barça busca aquests 3 punts francament difícils. És un derbi, ja sabem el que sol passar en aquests partits, en aquest escenari i, a més aquest any, amb l'afegit de la tornada de Joan Garcia. El porter ha estat rebut en molts xiulets, molt xivarri a Cornellà al Prat, tot a punt, ara sí, perquè el partit arrenqui a les 9 de la nit. Everything is ready. In a few moments, Pablo, we have Hansi Flick with us. What you need, here I am.
Llorenç, thanks you so much. If he keeps up that English, I'll tell you what.
No.
He's going to be...
he has time to practice it between when Mark comes back. So
he does. Very, very, very good indeed. Llorenç saying there, Barça with going for 8 consecutive wins. So we've had a brilliant run. There's some confusion in the chat right now, Alex, because... It's not my birthday. It was Gloria's birthday. It's not my birthday, guys. My birthday's in May, so
bit far off. Yeah, it was Gloria's birthday in the chat.
Yeah. Benita Malaguita, Alia, Luis, all saying happy birthday to me. It's not my birthday. Thank you guys, but it's Gloria's birthday, is what we were saying on the 4th of January. So it's not mine. Alia's got it now. Happy birthday, Gloria. There we go. Short correction. But Llorenç there, pitch side. Alex, we're expecting, an atmosphere, probably a big topic of discussion today, right? We're expecting it to be hostile. You could hear the whistles around him, couldn't you, when you were speaking there? And he mentioned it in his connection to atmosphere. We're expecting whistles. We're expecting it to be loud.
Yeah, it was already a hostile atmosphere to begin with in the last few seasons. Obviously, us winning in recent years twice the league in their stadium, that's already puts a spice into it all. But on top of that, now we have Joan Garcia on our team. That just adds on to the hostility of the stadium. So, no, it's going to be, hostile, I think, is going to be an understatement today, to say the least. Yep. I'd imagine every time Joan Garcia touches the ball, you will hear things.
There he is.
Every time he steps onto the pitch, every time maybe Lamine Yamal, obviously Lamine Yamal has thrown a bit of spice into the mix with the celebration last season, the iconic celebration. He said a few things over the last couple of days. He's enticing the derby there. So this atmosphere is going to be hostile, to say the least. Yeah,
100%. That does bring me on to my next question, Alex, and that is who will be the key player today? I have had to include Joan Garcia in there because
you have to, I think
not only is this a tough away game where the goalkeeper's probably going to be called into action, as he was against Villarreal. He was excellent in the final game of 2025, was Joan Garcia. I've put De Jong in midfield. I think without Pedri, he's got a big role to play. We spoke a lot about how at La Ceramica he dictated a lot of the play. I thought he was brilliant that afternoon. And they've gone for Rashford. I'm not sure I was expecting Rashford to start today, which is why I've put him in. I thought maybe he'd go Fermin in the 10 and Rafinha off the left, and he goes for Rashford. So I think, I'm not sure if Espanyol will give us many spaces in behind to execute, but Alex, with those 3 names or a few others you can pluck from the lineup yourself, what are you thinking?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think Frenkie is one of those, like Pedri, it's kind of a given that they're going to have a good game.
Yeah.
It's a given that Frenkie de Jong is going to be key, especially alongside Ed Garcia. I think both of them have done really, really well, and Frenkie de Jong playing just slightly forward, playing the Pedri role, really, and when Frenkie's on the pitch so far this season, I think he's been outstanding. So I think... I don't want to give it to Frenkie, just like I don't want to give it to Pedri every single time, because they're going to be key. So I'll go for, I think, Joan Garcia, to be honest.
I like it.
I think Espanyol are going to be They're going to be on one today. They're going to want to score early. They're going to want to score. They're going to be very, very aggressive on the attack, especially because I think we've shown a lot of weaknesses in our defense a lot of the times over the last few games. We struggled against Villarreal a lot of the time in those counter-attacks. We've struggled on the counter-attacks overall this season, so I think Espanyol are going to very much know that. And I think they're going to be very, very aggressive. The confidence they have in the league, they have no reason to not be confident in going the attack. So I think Joan Garcia is going to have a lot of work to do in terms of stepping out of the box, making reaction saves. So unfortunately, I really hope we can ignore him.
Yes.
Always.
Yes.
But I think Espanyol are gonna be on one today, to be honest.
Yeah, 100%. I think I might well agree with you there, Alex. I do think it's a big night for Joan Garcia. I know a lot of the talking point in the press before the game has been around him, right? And and the stick he's going to get, and maybe the abuse he's going to get from the fans or whatnot. We know it's a big one for him. I'm seeing a lot of Joan Garcia emojis in the chat. Get your Joan Garcia emojis in there, people. Pirita Malaita says, Hoy con Joan. Absolutely. Ricardo Rodriguez says, Vamos. Alia with Joan Garcia emojis in the chat too. And she also says, Rafinha key player. Not a bad shout, Rafinha. Also vital as ever.
Obviously, we need to score to win. It's the basics of football. But I'd be quite curious to see what Hansi Flick has in store. Will Espanyol, double team Lamine Yamal on the right side? Is that why maybe he wants to put Rafinha in behind? You double team Lamine Yamal. You have Jules Koundé and Rafinha, making the overload on that right side. Is that space going to go for Lamine Yamal? Is that space going to want to switch the ball into Rashford to maybe get a shot on target outside the box? How often are Rafinha and Ferran Torres going to interchange? To be fair, I think an attacking player is, with this formation particularly, there's so much dynamic movement that we can expect across the front four. Yeah. That I probably didn't pick Rashford just because I don't know who's going to be the key player in our attack. Because it could be either one of the four, to be honest. Yeah,
100%. Right, a few moments ago, Hansi Flick spoke to Llorens Ares. Let's hear the words of our German coach ahead of the first game of 2026.
Yeah, with Hansi Flick, of course, as always, before the game. Hi, Hansi. Special game, it's derby time. Both teams are very interested in these 3 points. What kind of game do you expect for tonight?
Oh, it's a derby, it's a special game, so my team knows exactly what it is, and I think we had a lot of players also. They played in the youth teams the same match against Espanyol. So we have the hunger. We want to win. I think will be a big message we give when we get here against a really good team of 3 points.
Mm-hmm. How important is, especially today, just be focusing on the game, not the atmosphere of the stadium?
It's always like that. This is what I want to see from my team. Just focus on what you can change. So not the other things. It's when the referee whistle, when it's a foul like this. No, go on. It's we have one captain on the pitch, and he's able to speak with the referee, and this is what I want to see from my team also.
The last one, Hansi, Espanyol is doing a fantastic job this season, but also you 8 wins in a row, Espanyol 5, probably 2 of the best teams right now.
Yes, of course. This is what I said also to the team. Also yesterday in the press conference, they Espanyol, they make a fantastic job. Manolo is really it's amazing what he's doing. But also we have good quality also on the pitch, but also on the bench. We also can change many players, so who can finish the match. Yeah, it's always pressure, It's always like that, and I'm happy to that we start again in this new year, and so it's just like that.
Thanks a lot. Good luck and Happy New Year.
Thanks. Happy New Year. Yeah.
Thank you.
There you have it then, people. Words of Hansi Flick ahead of this one. Wishing a Happy New Year to all of you, Culers. Llorens made the point. Barça with 8 wins in a row. Espanyol with 5 wins in a row. And I found it interesting what Flick said about maybe controlling the atmosphere, how heated this one could get. He said, the captain is the one who can speak to the referee, and I hope that's the case. I don't want there to be chaos around the referee or anything like that. Yeah. You can see that the message probably from Flick is keep things calm, play our football, and we'll be okay. Yeah,
no, it's going to be a big mental challenge for our players, definitely. Hostile environment is already hard to come into. You add, LaLiga into that, which, you know, there's a lot of controversy just in a lot of matches. So you hope that everything's going to go well in that sense. Then you add the players, you know, adding that intensity on the pitch. Whether they're going to lose, we all know it can get into a very scrappy game, really. Yeah. But that only will happen if we let it happen.
Yep.
You know, as much as Espanyol players can get dirty, can get, you know, start trying to provoke things, if we feed into it, then obviously they win in that sense, and the game just kind of goes to chaos, really. But if we keep our minds cool, play our game, you know, play our football, get the win playing football, and, you know, not really bite into everything that's around us, then we can go ahead and win in a very calm manner, I think. It's just a matter of kind of, there's just so many things that factor into today, and I think it's just a mental bubble, really.
Yeah. A lot to control, right?
Yeah, it's just it's that bubble, you know. Get our team imagine just them into a big bubble, just 11 of them on the pitch, and then nothing else outside of that, and not let ourselves go. You know, obviously there's a lot of young players, but I have trust in them. I think they have a mental maturity that can go really, really beyond. And obviously, you know, with Rafinha would be Frankie de Jong with the captaincy today. You have Frankie with the big leadership, especially talking to the referees, and you have Rafinha, who's really good at calming the players down, especially the younger ones. He's like, hey, not now, chill out. So I have trust in Frankie de Jong, you know, addressing the referee while Rafinha kind of takes care of the rest. That captaincy duo on the pitch, I think, is going to be very important today.
Absolutely. We have a question for you in the live chat now, people. It's today's mood in one emoji, because this is one of those games that's probably getting us a little bit nervous. I've seen Mac Loveless has got sorts of like party emojis. He's chilling. He's
Mac
happy.
Loveless is having a party.
Perita Malaguita with the Happy New Year emoji still. Gloria with the Pedri emojis. Maybe Pedri off the bench with a masterclass from him in the second half. Maybe. Luis with the cat emoji. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I'm just maybe I'd go for the win emoji. I want 3 points today. I think this is this is going to be a tricky one. Espanyol have one of the best defences in La Liga, second most clean sheets in the division. They're happy not to have much possession. So I think I'm coming into this one probably thinking if we can escape here with 3 points, it would feel like a monumental 3 points. I think especially off the back of the Villarreal win, you're looking at two of the toughest away games of the season back to back. If Barca come out with 6 points there, we're putting ourselves in a great spot in La Liga, aren't we? Yeah, no,
it's definitely two teams that can take points off of basically anyone in the league right now. Yep. And as you said, Pablo, I think the most important thing is, you know, defensive lines. You know, they're one of the best defensive teams in the league right now, and historically we always struggle against that. You know, they're going to be hard to break down. They're going to be hard to kind of move around, shift around, and I think that's why we need, you know, players like Rafinha and the 10 to be able to create movement, to open up space when we don't have it. But at the same time, you know, we have to be very, very, very careful in the counter-attacks and, you know, the confidence. What you need in a counter-attack is confidence, and I think they have that. I think that's probably the scariest thing for me today is the confidence that Espanyol have to attack. And you add in, again, you know, the intensity that it is playing against us. You know, when was the last time that they've beat us?
Espanyol. It's been a while. We have quiz questions
Okay, so don't answer. It's been a while. Yeah. So I think when you add in, you know, they've tried beating us for so long and they haven't been able to. And then you add in the fact that they're doing so well this season. You know, it gives them the confidence to be like, great, this is it.
Oh yeah, I think they'll be feeling, Alex, this could be their moment. I'm going to be honest.
I think that's genuinely probably the scariest thing about me today is the confidence that Espanyol have, the anger that they have against us, the anger that they have, you know, towards Joan Garcia maybe. Yeah. So I think every factor in, I think this is probably, you know, one of the scariest teams that we're gonna confront, really.
Yeah, 100%. I didn't do it earlier, but you can see the images of the players arriving earlier today. We saw the bus put up a few moments ago. I'll do a quick mention of Barça YouTube Premium, of course. All of you who are in today's live chat, well, you're here because you've signed up to become a Barça member. You get loads of different perks, such as participating in these live chats. You get to participate in all of the members-only live chats that we have in the live streams that we do on FC Barcelona's YouTube channel. You've also got members-only streams. We do a lot of the under-19 Barça Athletic games streams only for you members, so watch out for those. You've got members-only polls that you can vote on, questions that you can answer to, so there's lots to get involved with. Make 2026 a year that you become a Barça member. We've got plenty of you already. The family is certainly growing.
Yes.
And those of you in the live chat, we always enjoy playing along with you. Alex, we've spoken quite a lot about Espanyol.
Yeah.
We haven't quite gone over their lineup yet, so let's do that briefly. Let's have a look at the Espanyol team today. As I say, one of the best defensive sides in the division. Dimitrovic in goal, El Hilali, Calero, Cabrera and Romero across the back line, Dolan, Polozano, Urco and Peramia across the midfield four, we think. Edu Esposito could be a player who joins that midfield four with Roberto down the middle. We've said it, haven't we? I've got a good start. This is the side that have the least amount of ball possession on average in LaLiga this season. Okay. For a team that's fifth, Alex, that's quite a statement.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense when you look at the formation. 4-4-2 is a very defensive, attacking formation. When you look at the stat that they're, clean sheets. You said it was a second most clean sheets in the league. At the same time, less possession. It adds up. It adds up.
Yeah.
Big counter-attacking football. When it comes to being very, very direct, and that's why you have low possession. And defensive lines, they're a very defensive team. Just structurally in a 4-4-2, you are able to go into that deep block, and especially when you said maybe Edu drops in and makes it a 4-5 or 5-4. It's gonna be hard. We struggle against these teams. We've seen it, as we saw in the Copa del Rey, against a team who really just sat back and defended, and we struggle. And we struggle, no matter what the level is, no matter if it's La Liga, if it's, Real Madrid, if it's, bottom of the team, second division, we struggle. Just, it's the way that we play, and we struggle against that.
And these guys are a proper good defensive side as well, at a high level.
So then you have that, and you have the confidence and everything. That's why it's scary. Counterattacks are going to be one of the biggest things this I think this match for them. It's about, I think Garcia and Gerard Martin are going to be very, very involved. That's why you said, maybe Joan Garcia is going to be very involved.
Yeah.
He's going to have to potentially come out of his box quite a lot, to stop the long counterattacks. But hopefully all goes well. And we are able to, I think, again, mentally is going to be the big challenge. And hopefully we're able to keep our calm, play our football, and get 3 points.
100%. Right, let's go ahead with the pre-game quiz. All of you in the members live chat, play along. Here we go, Alex. We'll go through it because we're getting closer to kickoff.
I need the chat's help as always with this.
Here we go. You mentioned it a few moments ago.
Okay.
When was the last time Barça lost away to Espanyol and in La Liga?
I mean, I asked you the question, so I clearly don't know the answer.
I'll give you. We did lose to them in the cup in a first round game, but we won the second leg. So this is in La Liga, Alex, and it's away from home. So there you go.
What does the chat say? Because I'm gonna have to go for the chat for this one.
Let's see some chat. We'll have to wait for them to catch up in a moment. But you got 3 options: 2004, 2007, 2011. Either way, we're looking at 15 years plus.
Yeah. No, it's what is the chat? Has a chat caught up yet?
They're not quite here yet.
I need help, chat. SOS. Where's my SOS emoji? I need like
Alex needs help.
I need help.
Yeah, we need them.
I need
this
SOS.
maybe is what you need.
Help.
Eze Chinoso says 2011.
Okay, so we have 2011 so far.
Interesting.
Is that going to be
2011? That one is. So which is.
I mean, it's 2 for 2 so far in the chat for 2011.
We've only got one, Alex. Alex, what answer are you gonna go for? I'm gonna push you for one.
I'm trusting the chat. 2011.
Okay, 2011.
Oh wait, there's one more.
There's 2007 from Mac Lumbis. I can tell you the answer is.
Oh, go on, Mac. I was gonna say 2007.
And then you got swayed by the chat.
The chat is usually right.
I know. They were getting there. To be fair, Minecraft is 2011 as well, so it wasn't an easy one. Right, let's go on to the next question. Question number 2. Right, the reason I've picked this fixture, Alex, is because this fixture in 2020 was also the first game of the year for Barça. Okay. It was the opener, it was here. What was the score in that game? 4-0 win for Barça, 2-2 draw, or a 1-2 win for Barça? What was the score in that fixture? This is 6 years ago now, God. 6 years ago, scary. Messi, Suarez were about... But what was the score in this fixture in 2020? Also, as I say, the first game of the calendar year on that occasion.
Yeah, I can't remember. I'm going to go for a 1-2.
Anyone in the chat? I'm not sure they're going to get there. I think we're going to have to go ahead with it.
Oh, 2-2.
2-2.
It's a bad day. Hopefully the team are better than me today, honestly.
Come on, Alex. Final one.
All
Let's
right,
see if you can.
go.
Let's make amends here. Final
Let's
one.
try.
When was the last time Barça lost their first game of a calendar year? 2023, 2018, or 2015? Last time we lost our first fixture of a year. Come on, Alex. The final one. The revival.
I'm just gonna stay dead, basically. I'm gonna actually go for 2023, just because I can't remember that year.
Alex Ibarteta, it's
Is it
not been
2018?
your day.
It's not my day today.
2015.
I'm just gonna stop talking now. I don't like these quizzes, Pablo.
I'm sorry, we bring Madrigal back. They are, it's been a while since Barça lost the first game of a calendar year, as you can see. Right, let's quickly get Barça's lineup back on screen because we're not far away from kickoff here. Well done to any of you who got those answers right in the chat. Joan Garcia in goal, Koundé, Cubarsí, Gerard Martin, Balde, Eric De Jong, Rafinha, Lamine, Ferran, Rashford. It's not long to go until kickoff here, people, and we are just getting there, really. I'll ask you guys one final question that I wanted to ask you ahead of this one, just before we get going. Guys, members, 5 minutes or less than 5 minutes to go. How are the nerves doing?
So big.
Let us know in the chat. Alex has told us how she's feeling.
I'm really nervous now. The closer that we're getting, it's a scary game, Pablo. It's scary.
It's all getting a bit panicky in here. So everyone, there you go. Question in the chat, guys. How are the nerves? How are the nerves? Alex is nervous. We're certainly nervous. And I'll tell you what, we're not far away from kickoff here. The players are in the tunnel. So we'll have a quick transition.
I like that tunnel.
Yeah, it's nice tunnel, like actually. Cool. And you mentioned it earlier. We'll see it in a moment on our screens. Barça in their Blaugrana strip today and in red shorts.
I have bad memories with us wearing red shorts. I can't. Was it last season, 2 seasons ago, that we had a bad streak wearing the burgundy shorts across the men and the women's side?
It's been a theme. You're right. Yeah, I can't remember the exact game. Unfortunately,
there was no. It was games, Pablo. It was games. It wasn't just one. There was because I remember it. The women broke the streak in a Champions League game. Okay. But there was probably about 3 or 4 games where both the men and women were losing wearing these shorts. Yeah, you just saw it so
there.
I am traumatized.
There they are, Alex. There are the red shorts. The players will be wearing them. You can see the images there of Barça's dressing room from a few moments ago. And the players are out on the pitch. Let's go to game commentary. Let's do it. Hello and welcome to the very first game of 2026. It's a new year for Barça and they're looking to consolidate their lead at the top of the LaLiga table. Madrid play Betis tomorrow, so Barça know if they win this thrilling Catalan derby, they'll go 7 points clear for now. We'll sleep as very much league leaders indeed. But this is going to be one of the toughest tests of the season so far. We face Espanyol away from home, an Espanyol side who are having a wonderful campaign. They sit 5th. Not far behind those in Champions League spots right now in La Liga. They're having a wonderful campaign and it should be a raucous atmosphere inside the RCD Stadium this evening. Alex Ibarteta has got all the ingredients. One of those really exciting clashes.
I think it's going to be, it has all the recipe to be an amazing game. Both sides are really good. Both sides are so high in confidence, playing well, coming into this with the league winning streak. No, I think both sides have every reason to come into this game confident. Obviously, Espanyol have the edge being at home with their fans. You have the Joan Garcia effect as well. It's going to be a very, very hard stadium to play against, a very hard team to play against, just in the style defensively. Less possession for them, very direct counter-attacking football. It's going to be it's a hard match, but hopefully, it is a good match and we end up with the 3 points. Yeah,
certainly. You saw the Espanyol line up there. Of course, all the focus is on that man, Joan Garcia. What a big day it is for him. Return to the club that he left in the summer. The referee is Víctor Garcia. It's a Catalan referee, actually, who's going to be refereeing this one. Cabrera, the captain for Espanyol. De Jong will captain Barça. Juan Luis Pulido is going to be helping in the video assistant referee room. Just moments away now. The Espanyol lineup we saw a few moments ago. Joffre has reached 100 games with them. They're expected to play in what we think is going to be more of a 4-5-1 with Esposito dropping into midfield And Romero as the lone striker up front. Is that a bit of rain I see pouring down?
Yeah, no,
Alex?
it is. It's in the warm-up. It started raining.
Yeah.
When we arrived here, it wasn't raining, so
No.
that's the pitch isn't too wet, but it has started raining, so it's a slippery game. That could be an exciting game, to be fair. When you look at the neutral perspective, a raining game can be really fun.
This sort of derby. I remember some good rainy derbies too. You just saw the Barca lineup on your screens. It's Joan Garcia, Koundé, Cubarsí, Gerard Martin, Balde, Eric and De Jong are in midfield alongside Rafinha, whereas Lamine Yamal, Ferran and Rashford are across the front line. There is Joan Garcia then just bouncing the ball. You can already hear the whistles in our ears. And, well, this one, I think Espanyol are going to be well up for this one. They have been one of the most intense sides in La Liga this season. Very good defensively. They know how to keep a clean sheet, that's for sure. And, well, we're just moments away now from getting underway here.
Yeah, it's going to be... They're going to feed off of the environment around them.
It's nerve-wracking, and here we go. We're underway at the RCD Stadium. It's Barça away to Espanyol for what should be a really thrilling game. There you have it, Barça in those red shorts. There's the first. You can see the way Espanyol are pressing early on, aren't they, Alex?
Yeah, and Joan Garcia
really are going for it, aren't they, early on?
Joan Garcia got his first touch of the ball. Fans behind him literally just stood up and started screaming at him. So the stand's quite close to behind the goal. I can't say that. So Joan Garcia is going to have a near full tonight, to say the least.
He certainly is, and you have to say to Espanyol, Alex, I'm not sure how much they're going to be able to keep it up for, how long they're going to be able to keep it up for.
Yeah,
but
that's always a question,
You
isn't
get
it?
the feeling they're going to start this one well on, or they're trying out the front foot, won't they? And you can see it early on here.
Yeah, no, they're going to be probably intense for at least, half an hour of the first half, I'd imagine, high pressing, really leaving our players no space, trying to be very, very efficient on their attack, knowing that they're not going to get as many as us maybe. I'm speaking just the way that the two formations are going to go. Maybe they do get more attacks than we do. It is completely possible, but their intensity is going to be one that we need to balance out. The likes of Frenkie de Jong and Eric Garcia are probably two key players to do that. To just keep the ball. I just saw Jules Koundé calm the ball down, went back to Cubarsí, now Gerard Martin, settle down, try to counteract really the Espanyol intensity.
Yeah, certainly. Just Barca with some early possession. You have a question in the live chat for you all. Who will be the first scorer today? Ferran, Lamine, Rafinha or Rashford? Lamine usually wins these. Today, Alex, I'm going to go for Rafinha today. I think it's a day that Rafinha could get the first Barca goal. So I'm going to go for Rafinha. What are your thoughts on that one? We've already got over 500 votes in the chat.
Yeah. I'm going to go... I'll go Rashford.
Okay.
I'll go Rashford. I think he's going to have a lot of space.
Would be a big
one. Between Rashford and Ferran, I think they're both going to have a lot more space than usual, given that Rafinha is going to probably overload the Lamine Yamal side. Yeah. So I'd be quite keen to see Rashford on the score sheet early on, to be honest.
Well, no foul there. I think it was Koundé who won it back. Here come Barca roaring away themselves with Lamine. The cross. It's in towards Ferran, and I'll tell you what, the Espanyol centre-back missed it. Ferran was in, and that was a golden chance.
Yeah, no, that would have been... He would have been in on goal. He was just expecting the Espanyol defender to touch it.
Yeah,
it went through, and he just couldn't get a good control on it. So unfortunate. It was a good counter-attack there. I think it was Jules Koundé who got the regained possession, got the ball recovery in really, really well, and we started the counter-attack really quickly, to be fair.
Yeah, very, very good indeed.
Trying to get the advantage.
From Barca. I wonder if there's an Espanyol player still down there. Is Manolo Gonzalez. Have to give him credit for the job he's done at Espanyol, certainly, and becoming a solid team now, pushing on for Europe, really, aren't they, Alex? But well, that was the first proper breakaway for Barca. We managed to catch Espanyol a bit cold.
Yeah.
They had.
No, it was a good counter-attack from us, to be fair. We recovered the ball really, really well and started trying to get. It was a 3v3. So, we had every single chance to score. It was Rashford, Lamine Yamal, and
I'll tell you what.
And Ferran Torres. Look at that.
Here comes Barca again. Ferran has dished that out to Lamine Yamal. Here comes Lamine. Thought about the outside of the boot board. Instead drills it inside to Ferran. It was an awkward one, really.
Yeah, I think that was going to Frenkie, to be fair. And Ferran just
think so.
I don't know if Lamine, it was too low for what was the cross, or if Ferran interfered with it. But I think that was going for Frenkie, who made the late run in.
Lovely little nutmeg there, and Espanyol will try and switch play if they can. Balde will do way to get over here. Chance in the middle of Dolan, hurries. Dolan for Espanyol. Will he go on his own? The shot blocked by Balde. Good defending by the Barca left back. Within 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's
this
back and forth.
This has had a good pace to it. It's had a good pace to it for sure.
I'm tired just looking at them, to be honest. It's going back and forth, back and forth. Both teams are basically doing the same thing. Ball recovery, going forward straight away. I think we can keep this up for probably 5 more minutes or so, but then after that I would really like to see us calm the game down, because to be fair, in the positions that we've regained possession, recovered the ball, it's been in good positions, and we've been able to get a good attack on in just in 2 passes. So it's gonna be it's Joan Garcia there being pressured up really.
Very nice. He was in, wasn't he there? Ferran had Rashford got that pass right. Just fell to the Englishman. I'll tell you what, I think maybe it's because it's the first 5 minutes, but Espanyol, because of the fact they're pushing on, they are leaving spaces.
They're leaving a lot of spaces,
That's often man to man at the back.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Rashford and Lamine are getting on a lot of balls, to be fair. Rashford there got in really good space. It was a 2v2 really with Rashford and Ferran going forward, and if Rashford really would have gotten that ball through, Ferran Torres was 1v1 with the keeper, so really unfortunate that Rashford couldn't slip that ball through just about. But no, we've been good. We've been matching their intensity the first 5 minutes. It's not been a lot of the times when this happens, it's us kind of soaking in the pressure for the first 5 minutes, and then we go forward after that. But I do like us that we're matching the intensity, and we're going really high up the pitch so far.
Yeah, certainly. I'll just throw in our predictions, Alex. We didn't have time to do them in the preview. There we went. I went for a 1-0 win today. You went 2-1. Your Lens went 2-1. I think that's probably an indicator of what we're expecting today, right? And the respect that Espanyol have earned right now.
Yeah. No, I think you can't really... never say never, because we have said, don't expect a high-scoring game, and then we come out winning like 6-0. You never know, but it's just, all the context, especially when you look at this game, I really doubt that Espanyol are going to let us score that much.
Watch out here, and behind for a corner. Balde was offside, unfortunately. We do have the poll in, by the way, the results of who will be the first scorer. Lamine Yamal had 45%, Rafinha had 33%. He had an awful lot there. Balde certainly was offside, and Ferran with 15%, Rashford with 7%. But Barca with 4 attackers out on the pitch today. You can see the Flick cam on your screens, people. There is Hansi Flick going into 2026, of course, as Barca coach. And hoping for a successful year, just as he had last time around. Barca hoping to repeat and go even further than the wonderful feats they achieved last year. A reminder, we are playing in all 4 competitions across January, which is going to be a crazy, crazy month. Rashford's given away a foul there in a decent position.
A late challenge, not a dangerous one. He didn't get the ball, so it was, I guess, a foul. Not as much as what the players exaggerating or the fans, but
he tried to trap the ball, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Just didn't get the ball. It's fine. It's not a dangerous free kick. It could be. You never know if they get the ball right in the box, but have hope for Joan Garcia coming out and saving that, as always.
Yeah, 100%. Right, here we go. 7 minutes played. It's been a good 7 minutes so far in the Catalan derby. One of those games that you get the feeling a lot of LaLiga fans will be watching, even neutral fans. So there's going to be a free kick delivered here. Cabrera is saying something. I'll tell you what, that had to be defended. It wasn't. Chance here. Good block. Eric Garcia had to get it, did get it, and that looked ominous for just a moment, didn't it?
It's the second time that happens to a player on the pitch. I say a player because it happened to the Espanyol defender, now it happened to Rashford. The ball looks slippery. It's one of those that, the way that the ball bounces, it's, Rashford there, he saw the ball, put his foot out, calculating the ball, and, because the pitch is wet, it's not going to bounce the same way as when it's dry. That's the second time now that happens, so we do need to be careful with that.
Yeah, certainly so. Something to think about for both teams, really. Edouard Esposito again is over the corner. In it goes. There's a free header there, and I think Cabrera got it. Corner, deflected behind, and he looks certainly up for this one, doesn't he, Cabrera?
Yeah, no, he very intense. He jumped really well for that ball, to be fair, and we just need to be careful. And it's 8 minutes into the match. Espanyol still have a lot of energy. It's just a matter of us riding this out as best we can.
Certainly. Another corner in then by Esposito, and this time that should be surely. I thought it was going to be a goal kick. It's not. It's a third consecutive corner. Koundé got it, didn't he?
Yeah, I think it was Koundé just stuck in front of the Espanyol player and kicked it out.
There you go. So third consecutive corner for Espanyol. Here they go then. Esposito over the ball once again. There's been a few gaps appearing in that penalty box so far, and it goes again. Should be easy for Gerard Martin. It is, and in fact the referee spotted a foul prior, so it's a going to be a more relaxing situation for Barça. Alex, this is something I didn't ask in the preview too. What will the key of the game be? I'll ask the question too to those in the members live chat. Is it to control the atmosphere? We're seeing it early on already here. Is it to be patient until the very end? I say that because with Espanyol's good defence, maybe it isn't a game that we score in the first half and we've got to calm the nerves.
Yeah.
Or is it to match that Espanyol intensity that we are seeing in the opening 10 minutes? And I'll tell you what, we're doing quite a good job of it so far.
Yeah, no, it's obviously, I think the clear answer is going to be a mix of the three. But I think probably the second one is going to be the most important, is just be patient and keep our minds calm as much as we can. Just play our football, not really bite into any of the, let them want to bait us maybe to try to get fouls in, just keep calm, be patient with our football and just play to that, don't play to anything else.
100%. Here's Lamine, that's a lovely little ball towards De Jong. Al-Hilali did well to get in there, good leap from Rafinha on the rebound. And it goes all the way up to the front man as Espanyol can try and bring things down. Oh, it's a good win back that by Eric, isn't it? Watch out here. Rafinha nearly slid in. Ferran, he was clean through there. I think Lamine thought he was getting it. Ferran was in.
Yeah.
Brilliant intervention, I think, by Cabrera again.
Yeah, no, it's... Espanyol are, they're proving their defensive, record so far. That's been, 3 balls that we've tried to slip through, just haven't been able to get it in. Now...
Here, Barça come again. We're playing quite fast up to the front then, aren't we?
Yeah, it's been impressive. We're recovering, to be fair, we're recovering the ball quite high up. Luckily for us, it seems like once we have the ball behind, what I've noticed so far is that Espanyol don't really press us until about the halfway line.
Yeah.
So, once we get to Frenkie de Jong, to our midfielders in the halfway line, that's when they really start to aggressively press. We see, Gerard Martin and Kubarsi going up to the halfway line precisely. And this is when Espanyol start to press a bit more. But no, so far we've been recovering the ball in their own half. So we have been able to start the counter-attack quite quickly off of 2 passes. Get Rafinha, get Lamine, get Ferran on the ball. Frenkie de Jong is going up quite high.
Yep.
I do like
he's
that.
He's arriving in the box.
He's really good at making those late runs-ins because obviously, as expected, Rafinha is more touching Lamine Yamal's side on the right hand of the pitch. Jules Koundé isn't doing many overlapping runs, which is probably as expected. That's why you want Rafinha to have that play with Lamine on that side. But no, it's gonna be interesting to see. Rashford needs to grow into this game a bit more. I think his touches are off, his passing is off. He made one passing mistake to Balde, thinking he was going to overlap, and it didn't happen. So hopefully Rashford, gets his. Maybe it is his first Espanyol derby in the RCD Stadium.
Yeah.
So
big one, yeah.
It's not a crowd he's used to playing against. So hopefully he can kind of settle himself into this.
Koundé did well to win that back. He has started well, the French full-back. This is De Jong now shuffled wide for Lamine. Let's get the Barca lineup back on your screens. Here is RCD Garcia in midfield. Looks up, finds Balde wide left. There's no one ready to cross it to, so Barca will come inside once more with RCD Garcia. It's Gerard Martin, Kubarsi, they're not really being pressed. Here Espanyol will activate it. What I will say is that I think Barca have started well so far, just judging by in that question there that was on the screens. I mean, I would say we have matched the intensity. I don't think I've not got any complaints in that regard yet.
No, definitely not. We've been attacking a lot. Look at that, Jules Koundé.
Another good ball here. Koundé, lovely skill from Koundé. And the ball across, it's easy for Dimitrovic in the end. Well, lovely skill by Koundé, wasn't it?
Yeah, Lamine Yamal did really well to get Jules Koundé into space there. Jules Koundé with the overlapping run to Lamine, and Lamine just slipped the ball through to get him in. I think he tried to go with a low cross into Ferran Torres to be able to just get a tap in, but just didn't really execute it the way that he wanted to. But no, we've been doing well. We've been keeping possession a lot more now. Obviously 13 minutes in, as we said, probably first 10 minutes soak up the pressure, and we did that exactly. We matched their intensity, and right now we're enjoying a lot more possession than what we started with. We're also high pressing quite intensely, trying to win the ball back in their own half, which is quite good because obviously that presses them into their own half.
Yeah,
and
certainly.
look at that,
making mistakes.
Exactly. So they try to go in with a quick counter attack, but because they're so deep, Gerard Martin, as we saw there, just gets the recovery quite easily. So good for us. Alejandro Balde was really pressing really high to be able to recover that ball. So I like what I'm seeing so far from us. We've soaked up the first intensity of the first 10 minutes of the match, and now we're trying to keep calm and just try to play our game. And so far I do like it because we are getting key attacks in. Again, Espanyol are a really good defensive line, so it's not surprising that they've been blocking and interfering all of our passes in the box. But I like what I'm seeing so far.
Yeah, certainly so. Lots to like about Barca's display.
Look at
Rashford's
that.
got space to turn here. I'll tell you what, I just wonder, Alex, whether he should have gone on his own there.
Yeah,
it looked
it
as though a
was.
gap appeared for him, and when he didn't quite take it, went for the pass instead.
Yeah, I think.
That's good covering too by Garcia, I must say. And yeah, he gets out for a throw. New look for Garcia too today, by the way, people. He's
cut his
gone.
hair. Gerard Martin was the one that cut his hair also.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, you
I
haven't
missed
seen the video.
that bit.
Yeah. They went to an actual barber, but Gerard Martin was the one that did the first few razors. I know, it was quite funny. But no, yeah, so far so good. As we saw again there, Espanyol tried the quick counter attack, and we were able to interfere it quite quickly because they're starting from so deep on the pitch that we have a lot of space to be able to recover that ball. So really good from Garcia there to not touch the ball. Ooh. Well,
he did, didn't he?
No, nobody had to see that. It's fine.
That's what that was given as a Barça throw, was it? That should not have been a Barça throw, I must say. That was certainly off Garcia. That's why Manolo Gonzalez was upset with the decision from the assistant. This is also a lovely first touch from
Alejandro Valde, venga.
He can drive into space there. Rashford. Good defending by Dolan. It's been a good season too for Espanyol.
Yeah.
Nice. Attempting to touch on Rashford. I mean, he had the chance a few moments ago there, Alex.
It was a good break. To be fair, he had about 3 defenders around him, but I think if he would have maybe taken on 1v1, he could have gotten in on goal and had a clean shot on goal there. But maybe Ferran Torres was in a better position. It was a hard one. It was a quick one, so you had to react really quickly. And obviously, if Ferran Torres would have gotten onto that, we wouldn't be saying that. But but no, I think so far so good. Rashford is getting into a lot of space as we expected again. Maybe. Why Alejandro Valde is having such a good game so far.
Both fullbacks really shaping up well. Balde, by the way, scored his first Barça goal at this ground. It was 3 years ago when Barça won LaLiga at this ground. We've done that twice in the last few years or so. So as you said, Alex, they've certainly got it out for Barça.
They have a reason to not like us, apart from it being a derby.
Yeah, I think what Barça have done is they've calmed the crowd down early on. That's the ball in from Rashford. Just feels like we've been able to numb the atmosphere a bit, doesn't it? Really, with the possession we've played so far, we've kept the ball away from Joan Garcia really, and I mean the stats there say 3 shots. I'm not sure if I can quite remember those Espanyol shots. I'm going to be honest with you, but
well, it would have been
the corners that got deflected right, and
well, it would have been the one corner, the Alejandro Valde block.
Yeah.
There was one there, and then the third one,
they don't feel like big chances, do they? But they go down as a shot.
It was inside the box shots that would have been maybe on target if that would have gone through, but we did block them, so I'm not too sure. If you would, it's confusing, isn't it? Because they weren't really clear on targets.
Certainly.
But no, Espanyol have been attacking, and what we said, we've been attacking more, but Espanyol have done really well to intercept those last few passes into the box.
Just looking, having a quick look down at the Barça bench, the options we've got available today, Alex. I think that's a big boost for Hansi Flick in this sort of game too. I mean, I'm looking at the names: Fermin, Lewandowski, Pedri, Olmo. Rooney's there too. You've got Dro Bernal. I mean, all of a sudden, Barça are looking pretty strong in that department, aren't they? And there still are players out injured, by the way. So it's good omens, I'd say, for Barça at the start of 2026. Although if they can win here, they certainly will be putting themselves in a good position at the start of what is a crazy January month. Here comes Balde then. Can he take on his man, who is Dolan? He cuts inside, looks for an option inside. Balde weaving down the left-hand side, does dig out a cross, headed away at the front post and hacked further clear from an Espanyol perspective, who right now, Alex, are playing like a team who don't have much possession in LaLiga, who are happy to sit behind the ball. The only thing I would say is the point you made. I mean, it's not really allowing them to then get up the pitch. Once they have possession, they're pretty much stuck there, which is a good thing, I suppose, for Barça.
Yeah, exactly.
If we can break down that dam.
Yeah, exactly. As we saw it there, they regained possession basically in their own box, chest control, and literally just threw the ball up and trying to get, their lone striker, as you mentioned, Pablo. It is basically a 4-5-1, really, when you look at the formation that what they're playing against. They try to get their striker on the ball, and luckily for us, Gerard Martin is sweeping up that back line really, really well, not letting any ball get through so far.
Yeah, certainly. They've pretty much got Roberto up there, just trying to occupy both of them. They're doing a pretty good job of it so far. This is Rafinha, who is, as we expected, probably drifting more up to that right-hand side, isn't he? for example, now Lamin's gone central, Rafinha's gone wide right. That's an interesting little change.
No, it's Rashford is going quite more centrally as well. It was interesting. Obviously, he just talked to Hansi Flick. I think it was when the ball went back to Joan Garcia, Hansi Flick just pulled him over, had a few words with him, and now, as you see now, Lamine Yamal and Rashford are quite central compared to how it was before. So I wonder if Hansi Flick just told them to be a bit more central compared
Watch
to...
out here, Espanyol all of a sudden clean through. Roberto's in, he strikes and Joan Garcia saves. First big chance of the evening goes to Espanyol, and chaos in the penalty area. Gerard Martin, well, he's certainly going to end up hurt there.
Chaos.
Joan Garcia makes his first big stop, and I'll tell you what, that looked like a pretty horrifically painful one for Gerard Martin.
Yeah, that was a shot in the face, wasn't it, really?
Chaos, really, guys, as Espanyol went clean through. Joan Garcia produced a save. I've got to say, well done to Gerard Martin for not committing the foul when it would have been a last man challenge. He left it for Joan Garcia, and they put Roberto under pressure. He missed, but on the rebound, Joan Garcia was trying to get to the ball, and he had Gerard Martin in his way. He almost shoved him into the ball, didn't he? We'll see it there. And, well, it left Gerard Martin in an awful lot of pain, because then an Espanyol player, I think, came flying into him.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if it was the Espanyol player that got to Gerard Martin, if it was just shot in the face, really. We're seeing it there a bit.
Ooh, there you go.
That was There
you go. Yeah.
It was both. It was both. It was a shot in the face, and the Espanyol player just came flying in, colliding with the Gerard Martin. It was a scrappy one. Joan Garcia couldn't hold on to the ball there, and just had to throw it back out into the penalty box, and Gerard Martin was there to block it, and in the way of Joan Garcia. It was messy, but luckily for us, nothing too serious for Gerard Martin, and we didn't concede. Yeah,
best chance of the game so far. I said it before, Alex, I'm just happy we didn't make the foul. And that's why. Just let the shot go away. Worst case, we concede, and there you go. Best case, it doesn't go in anyway. So just like that, they're not going to be happy about that Espanyol, because Gerard Martin came back onto the pitch and was in play straight away, which has not gone down well. And then Joan Garcia, to try and get to the rebound, he shoved Gerard Martin.
Basically.
Now we can laugh about it, because he's okay, Gerard Martin. We saw Pedri warming up a few moments ago. I don't think he's going to be called into action just yet. Watch out here, because here comes Rafinha, corner to Barça.
First corner of the game. Let's see if we can. My hopes are low, because we do not know how to capitalize on corner kicks. So we'll see if something has changed a bit, and hopefully we can capitalize on this.
That's a minute 21. A round of applause here for Dani Jarque inside the Espanyol stadium, as Barça are going to be swinging in this corner. Lamine Yamal, I think, is over there with Rafinha. They're the two in Barça Blaugrana looking to break the dam here of Espanyol. It's going to be Rafinha to take in by the Brazilian. Takes it short instead to Lamine. Now De Jong, Barça have a bit of an advantage here, and then swung in, and something went on in the box. We don't know what. Ferran's been penalised, and that is frustrating. I'm not going to lie. You get a chance at that, and
I don't really know what happened, because it was really 50-50 when you look at everything that was happening in the box, as you can imagine. So I don't really know what the ref was kind of calling there, really. But unfortunate for us, it was obviously a clear set play that we were trying to provoke, getting Rafinha into space there for the cross, probably. But no, it wasn't meant to be yet.
Halfway through the first half here, people. Long kick by Dimitrovic into the sky. Gerard Martin is okay. He's hacked that one clear. It's come off in the end for Barça. It's funny, isn't it? Because when Espanyol are sat in their block, they're very deep. Although sometimes, if we catch them in transition, there are chances of Barça to get 1v1. Well, here come Espanyol with Berramilla for the first time in quite some time. Away by Gerard Martin at the back post, and awkward header in the end is going to fall to Joan Garcia, who is, of course, received by a number of whistles, but is able to keep hold of the ball and dish it out for Barça. Right, I think it's time to welcome some of you YouTube Premium members who have joined us, people. Let's see where this attack goes from Balle. It's going to be an easy one, so we will indeed welcome them. Welcome to the family, people. Start of 2026, and we've got a few of you.
Vamos! How many do we have, Pablo?
Loads of them, Alex. Loads of them have
lot.
joined. And I'll tell you
All
what,
right,
even
go on.
today throughout the program, Kevin Chiquito, Victor Gonzalez, Ricardo Ramirez, Ginselo, there's loads of you. And even before the game took place, plenty more to interrupt me, Alex, if anything gets posed.
All right, I will.
Planes Potter, Andel Y11, Willow Sniff, Ruben Hartley, Pierre Sacco, 68, J Rods 391, Lamine 0713, Philip Casana, Minecraft FS3DU, Rafael the Great, Boy Lucky, Nano, and Oscar Buffi. Loads of you guys. Round of applause for all of you. Round of applause because you're part of the Barça family. And make yourselves known. Make yourselves known in the members live chat. And also those of you who are those of you who are of course current members, welcome them. We have it Alia there. Welcome to the new members.
Welcome to the chat.
Yeah, welcome to the chat, people.
I love it.
Make yourself known.
Speak
Make
to us.
yourself known, and we'll of course be interacting and saying a little bit of a hello to you.
right.
Here come Barça again, then
Here
with
we go,
Ferran
here we go.
Torres.
Oi!
Oh, and very nearly got it through to Lamine Espanyol survive the latest Barça breakaway. 25 minutes played here. It's been probably what we'd expect so far. Still 0-0. And things in the balance. Still on here inside.
It was once again us getting into the box, getting into really, really good position, but Espanyol just really intercepting that last pass in the box, which is, it's frustrating now. But again, it's what we expected. The pass has to be inch perfect to be able to get that through, and unlucky for us, we've not been able to do it, but we're getting into really good position so far.
I wonder what Hansi Flick will make of this opening 25 minutes. Just had a shot of him there. You can see him on your screens right now. Probably quite content with the way Barça have matched the intensity, but we still haven't had a shot, Alex, which is actually an interesting stat from all of this. I feel like we've been threatening enough, but it's often been the last pass that's been intercepted.
Yeah.
And still no shot for Barça, despite over 75 possession of the ball.
To be fair, that's probably been the story of our last matches, really, when you look at it. I feel like I've a broken record really repeating how frustrating it is that we're playing such good matches and not getting clear opportunities as much as we probably should be. I do remember this probably within, since that Athletic Club game. You look at that, we were a man up in the game. We still weren't able to get any advantage out of it. Since then, I think I've said it so many times that we do everything so well, but we're not able to get anything. And Alejandro Valde there getting into bits of a...
Yeah, he's not happy at all. I think the fans were saying something to Balde, and he already said to the assistant, leave me alone, you're hearing what they're saying. And then I think Roberto went in a little bit late here, Alex, just there. He left a bit on him, and he wasn't happy about it either. I think he just needs to calm down a little bit, Balde, because you can see it there. Yeah. The Espanyol fans having a thing.
Yeah,
we knew it would happen.
No, you definitely expect that. I hope Alejandro can just chill out a bit. He knows exactly what to expect from this team. He knows exactly what to expect from the fans. It's not nice. It's definitely not meant to happen. But unfortunately, it does happen, and we need to keep our mind in. And right now, we have a good attacking play right now. Let's see if we can get something out of it.
Tell you what, lovely touch in the build-up there from De Jong, I must say. Just flicked it onto Ferran, I think it was at the time. Here come Barça. Espanyol have got back in numbers, but the ball is at the feet of Lamine Yamal. Yeah, and they've got back in numbers now is the thing. We couldn't really capitalise on that. We'll have to recycle again. Yeah,
but it was brilliant. As you said there, Frankie De Jong, at the core of the balance between the defensive line and the offensive line, just being really good there in transition. What we like about Pedri and Frankie De Jong, why they're so key, is that they know when to go and they know when to stop. Frankie there has the option to go back to Martin Cubarsí or go forward, and they pick the right moments.
Look at that from Lamine, gets a shot away too, and there you go, Barca's first shot. Or was it a cross of the evening? Lamine Yamal comes closest.
I think it was a shot. Yeah.
Was it a roulette here, Alex? And he gets a shot away.
I think it was. I think it was definitely a shot. He gets in the box. It's so good. He gets into the box really well. I think Frankie was just asking for a cross there because it was Frankie and Ferran Torres. I think they're just coming in to the small area, being able to get it. But to be fair, we've seen Lamine score from that angle in the Espanyol Stadium last season, so it's not shocking that he went for the shot there. But no, that was really, really good play. It was build-up. It was brilliant. We got to the point where the build-up, we couldn't amount to anything, and we decided to go back and restart it again. And that's it. That's our football. That's all we need to do, and we got a really good opportunity out of it.
Yeah, there you go. So Barca's first attempt of the day goes to Lamine. Perramia has been fouled there by Koundé. Not sure the referee was going to give it. Nice from Lamine there, wasn't it? Nice little piece of skill. Got away from his man. And Yeah, I mean, De Jong, I think, wanted that one crossed in, as you said, Alex, but
Yeah.
went for goal on his own. Approaching the half-hour mark, then it's been, well,
It's been good.
it's been okay.
When
I think.
I
You
think
expected it to be a bit cagey, right?
Yeah, no, and to be fair, it's been less cagey than what I expected, especially when you looked at its first, opening 10 minutes. Espanyol were really getting on the counter-attacks, and since that, the other 20 minutes, they haven't really had a lot of chances, really. We've been doing really, really well to cut off their attack quite early on, and when they've been able to get, into our half, we've been able to cut that off quite early as well with the amount of space that we're getting because we're so high up the pitch. So no, I think we've been absolutely brilliant with balancing everything as expected. I think this is probably one game that you can't really be mad that we're not really getting as many shots on target as we expected because they are a really good defensive team. So this is probably the one match that you forgive the team.
Oh, and watch out here. I'll tell you what, if Ferran got that touch in behind, Barça might well have been in. Lamine Yamal, the outside of the boot ball. Here he comes, the 18-year-old, and he wasn't quite on the same wavelength again there, Alex, with Ferran. It's not the first time tonight, is it?
Yeah,
it just hasn't come off in the final third.
No, I think Lamine and Ferran particularly, they're not on the same wavelength today. Ferran is doing very different runs to what Lamine wants. I think they're both kind of stuck and not really sure what to do and how to break down the Espanyol defense so far. But there's been luckily for us, it's happened more to Espanyol players than for us. But that bouncing ball is really getting out of touch for a lot of players. Espanyol there, the defender, with the bounce, he couldn't get control of the ball. Luckily for us, it bounced to Ferran. But again, that did happen to Rashford earlier, so that's just something again that we need to be wary about.
Yeah, that was a double challenge there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
On Urkov from both Eric and Lamine. I think Eric maybe made the most contact.
Yeah.
Still no yellow cards on the referee. I think that's him.
I think that's fair, yeah.
A way of refereeing a derby
Yeah.
that we see quite a lot now in modern football, which is I'm not going to give too much here. I'm just going to let things play by because I don't want things to get out of hand, basically. Yeah,
no, and I think it's fair. There's not been a yellow card infraction that you would say, oh, that's definitely yellow. I think it's been aggressive but not dirty. It's what you expect, and I think both sides know that as well. So far, so good, I would say.
Yeah, certainly. I had this question prepared from before, Alex, and I want to ask it to the members' live chat, as we're still having a bit of a stalemate in the game so far. Nothing quite going on for either side as of yet. Culleras, what is your wish for 2026? What's maybe like a resolution you want, or like a Barca-related resolution was the sort of thing I was looking for here. Like, what are you mainly looking to see from the team? I'll tell you what, again, Alex, we could have been in there had Ferran maybe just controlled that in a different manner. Espanyol to survive. What are you looking for from this team in 2026? I've put more titles, plenty of good Barca football, or something special in Europe. I know there's a bit of a Europe obsession, of course, with the club and with what's been happening.
Nothing there.
It's never a foul. It's never a foul. I think I'm looking for more titles. I think the way we've been playing of late, the position we've got ourselves into in LaLiga, we've got the Super Cup coming up midweek in Saudi Arabia. We've got the Copa del Rey to compete for this month. I still think this is a team ready to compete for titles. I think obviously I'm looking for that something special in Europe, but I'd be pretty content with more titles in 2026. Yourself?
I probably have to say the same, really. Obviously, the Champions League is the one that's been eluding us for a really long time. And then when you look at the way that we've been progressing each season, we've been getting closer and closer and closer. Closing down to that final and getting heartbreak in the very last minute. So when you look at the progression that we've had over the last few seasons, naturally we're only getting better, and we are matching every single stat of last season. So we are on the same level as last season. Obviously the Champions League is about luck as well, so that has to be on our side just as much as the football. But no, obviously I think Champions League is probably the most natural wish that you would want. For Hansi Flick, because he's done such an amazing job, just rewarding our football as well. And individual players, there's a lot of players that do deserve that, especially when there's no individual recognition like Rafinha. Let Rafinha enjoy his career and win a Champions League. A lot of these players do deserve that, and with a club that every single player loves. So I would love to see that just for so many reasons, and just to be able to celebrate that.
Yeah, certainly. We've got a few answers in the chat here. McLumvis does say the Champions League trophy. Alias says 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, I mean, that would be good. Prita Malaita and El Mirdeis, they both say 1. I think it's 1 again from Balde, by the way. Wonderful run upfield. Rashford got a touch. That should be a corner.
Yeah.
And it's a goal kick. It was never a goal kick. You could tell the referee's body language was always going to give it. To me, Alex, it looked like a corner. Maybe the replay will tell us otherwise.
Oh, no. I mean, Rashford let it go, particularly because it was a corner.
It's a corner. Right?
Rashford could have easily gotten to that ball, but he let it go because it was a corner kick. He went for protecting the ball rather than going for the ball, because I think he could have easily gotten that. Alejandro Valde, I have to say, is probably... Between Alejandro Valde and Frenkie, I would probably say, but Alejandro Valde, best player on the pitch right now.
Yeah.
He's on one. He's taking on his 1v1s. He's getting into space really well. He's going up the pitch quite a lot. Defensively, he's doing really well as well. So Alejandro, for me right now, is probably the best player on the pitch.
Yeah, it's been a steady game. There's not really been too much from the attackers just yet. And, well, Valde's produced a lot of the good work again. The ball just skidding away from Rashford on that occasion.
Yeah.
Frustration from the Englishman there as Espanyol get the ball down on the playing field again. I must say, though, I think you could see it with all our predictions. I think we expected it. I mean, I went 1-0. I wasn't expecting maybe us to even score before half-time. And I posed the question at the start of the game and saying, how important is the need to be patient? That's a brilliant little piece of play from Joan Garcia under all the pressure, dinks out to Balde. But the patience in this game, I do think, was a big factor. And I think we're having to see it so far. At 35 minutes played, barely been able to get a shot away, really. Lamine won the only one.
Yeah.
And Espanyol have been defending well. We've had to be patient.
Yeah, no, we're used to playing these matches, really. When you look at the way that we've been scoring and the way that the times that we've been scoring, and a lot of games we've been having these matches where we completely dominate the match, completely dominate possession, do everything right, and we just haven't been able to score. So it's not the first time that we encounter this. It's just a matter of being able to control the hostility in the stadium and being able to just push through it like every single time that we have so far.
Yeah, certainly. And the rain pouring down still, Alex. It's not really stopped since the start of the game. It's certainly adding something, isn't it? Yeah,
it's adding a very dramatic effect, really. But also, again, we've seen the ball skids quite a lot, so hopefully that doesn't work in Espanyol's favour, but hopefully in ours. It is. It just adds a bit of drama, doesn't it?
Yeah, certainly.
Drama that we all love.
Yep.
You'd be lying if you say you didn't like it.
I'll tell you what, when it's this wet as well, I just wonder whether Rafinha would do well to get this ball in and around Dimitrovic. And instead it's Rashford who delivers. Ferran's in there! And there you go. Free header in the middle for Ferran, and very nearly the opening goal for Barça. Couldn't really steer it on target, Barca's number 7.
Yeah, it was Marcus Rashford. Just got the ball. It was a really good. He was onside there. It was a really good ball. Ferran Torres just really couldn't get on it. Maybe Jules Koundé had a better chance there, but he didn't really go for it. So I would say Ferran was probably the man to find on that one. Really good ball from Marcus Rashford, to be fair.
Yeah, certainly. So 36 minutes played. There's still no goal for either side.
Yeah, it's no goal. We haven't scored, but I do like our game so far, to be honest.
That just Barca's second shot of the evening. 37 minutes played. Ferran Torres with a glancing header from a Rashford free kick. I just think it's a shove, isn't it? Yeah. Maybe set pieces are a way in tonight,
Yeah.
With the slippery conditions too. I thought maybe Rafinha get a ball around the goalkeeper's gloves, and who knows on the rebound what can happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a shove from Eric on that
maybe
occasion.
A low ball, take advantage of the skid. We've seen it a few times now that Espanyol players aren't really big. They're not able to control the ball just as easily as they would on a dry pitch. But yeah, Espanyol get a free kick, basically same area around where we had ours. So let's see what happens here.
As ever, it's Exposito who has the duties from set pieces for Espanyol. Cabrera got free there, but it's an easy header at the front post for Rashford to steer away. Dinked all the way back over there. Rashford will have to be careful again because Dolan's got in behind. There is the delivery. It's not a great one. It's easy for Eric. And despite the fact that Espanyol have had more shots, the closest they came was that run through.
Offside.
Joan Garcia should be offside there. It was on Perramilla. I think we're doing a good job of containing them still. Maybe they'll feel the same about containing us. But
but it's a very high intensity that we need to have to contain them, because they are going very, very aggressive on their attack. Every time it's a free kick, you're kind of holding your breath there, waiting to see what happens because they're keen to get on the end of the balls. So we need to get that first essentially, and we're doing Gerard Martin, Eric Garcia, and Rashford have particularly been doing a really, really good job covering the spaces in free kicks.
Oh, here we go. Play on, says the referee. So Espanyol will take full advantage of that. Here they come, marauding forward with Esposito once more.
Yeah, Marcus Rashford has been forced to do a lot of defending this game.
There's the cross to the back post, and what a wonderful save by Joan Garcia. Can you believe that? It's a super stop by the ex-Espanyol keeper. A remarkable save, and Barça, survived there. That's why he's one of the best.
God.
Unbelievable.
What a save, reaction save from Joan Garcia there. Wow. It was a really good cross in from the Espanyol. It was a free header. Oh my God.
I'll tell you what, looked a certain opener. It's a supernatural save by Joan Garcia. It really is. Perramia, close range, bullet header. Don't think many goalkeepers are saving that. Fill the chat with Joan Garcia emojis, people.
It was probably as far, probably just this far, just bullet header in. Joan Garcia went like this. Just, wow. Joan Garcia, wow.
Espanyol corner.
That's probably one of his best saves ever.
By far and away,
yeah.
The closest that either team has come. An Espanyol player is down. Manolo Gonzalez is shaking his head. He can't believe it.
I don't think anybody can, really.
Those saves are exactly why Barça signed Joan Garcia in the summer. He keeps on making them. Yeah. And I think the chat says it all, really. Joan Garcia emojis galore.
I'm not really sure what, because Kubarsi, it's not really a foul. He clips the ankle of the Espanyol player, but I didn't see. It's not really a clip that you would, provoke injury from.
No.
The Espanyol player is down, and.
Sorry, I can't.
Yeah,
believe that save.
I stopped talking. I was like.
I'll tell you
that
what,
save is
we've had a few Alex this season that we've called the save of the season from Joan Garcia.
I
agree. I think that's my favourite.
That is the one. That is ridiculous.
The ones he's been doing where he it's almost a tap and he somehow gets it. Those have been unbelievable. But that one,
that's ridiculous.
I don't think people realise
that was a close range header. It was bullet, and the thing is that that's going so fast that you really have to have a strong hand to be able to put that in, because if that's just a weak hand, that's going in. For me, that is. Wow, that's the one. That's the one.
Outrageous save by Joan Garcia. Espanyol can't believe they're not ahead. And then a more comfortable one. Easy. Cabrera is down.
That's his own doing.
There's a head injury. So.
Nosebleed.
Oh dear, he's got a whack of blood, I will say.
Yeah.
So Cabrera won the flick on. He must have been caught on the way through, and he's bleeding quite heavily.
Yeah. I think that was our ball. Oh no, he headed into Eric Garcia's head.
Yeah.
Lovely. That is painful. Aye.
That's probably nose, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was. He went in for the header, so did Eric Garcia, coming in the opposite way and just flashed his nose on the top of Eric Garcia. Eric Garcia is down as well, isn't he?
I think so too, Alex.
Yeah.
I think he is. Eric also down.
It's just head impact there for both of them. It was. Nothing, aggressive from either of them. They were both just innocently going for the ball and just impacted heads. Unfortunately for them, they were both going in opposite directions, so quite painful. That's ridiculous. That save was ridiculous.
Espanyol players were practically celebrating. Dolan was celebrating.
That was ridiculous, Joan Garcia, my word.
Outrageous save from Barca's shot stopper. It really was.
Espanyol players were literally celebrating that. That's how obvious it was that it was going inside.
It was one of those tap-in headers, really.
It was obvious.
Alex, I was just going to say that looking from the action, I reckon both players are going to be okay.
Yeah, well, Eric Garcia is in fetal position. He's just trying to... it's hard. I think Gerard Martin says that maybe stitches.
I mean, from when I first saw
maybe a cut.
I thought both players are going to be okay. You can see images on your screen there of Pedri warming up.
No, I think Eric Garcia might potentially have a cut on the back of his head. Pedri is warming up, so potentially you'll have to see whether Eric Garcia has to come out now or maybe he can wait for half time. the Espanyol players still down as well. That's a nosebleed that they need to get under control. But I'd be curious to see whether it is true that Eric Garcia has a cut on his head or not.
Yeah, I mean, you imagine that's what it is, right? I mean,
yeah.
Did you see a signal from
Gerard Martin was saying that something in the back of his head.
Yeah.
And Eric Garcia is still facing down, so it would make sense.
Yeah.
They are working on the back of his head. Frankie de Jong is making the sign as well. So I think Eric Garcia will confirm it when we know it for sure, but it does seem like Eric Garcia has a cut on the back of his head.
I'll tell you what, both players haven't moved too much.
Yeah,
here,
no.
though.
I mean,
this could be a double sub.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a lot of blood from Eric Garcia.
Oh.
That's both players are bleeding. The Espanyol player is bleeding from his nose, and Eric Garcia is bleeding from the back of his head. So unfortunate for both, but we'll just keep seeing that Joan Garcia.
We've seen about 15 replays of it. This is number
I'll keep
16.
watching it. Yeah, I'll keep watching it over and over again.
I think, to be fair, it's also a game that hasn't had many chances, and I think the broadcasters are thinking we've got one chance. Well,
we'll show that over and over and over again. And to be fair, it has it all. It has attacking. It was a brilliant attacking play. Unfortunately from the Espanyol, it was a good counter attack from them. Oh, I think it's actually his eyebrow. The Espanyol player. It's his eyebrow that was bleeding, which would make sense with the amount of blood that was on Eric Garcia is up and running. Yeah. So they got Espanyol player just has probably got the worst end of it than Eric Garcia, maybe.
Yeah, Cabrera is... Eric's holding his arm as well. I wonder whether that's on the landing.
Yeah.
They're still trying to deal with the blood in his head, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not feeling too comfortable with his shoulder too there, Alex.
Yeah, no, it was an impact from all of it, so it might just be, just a bit of pain from the impact overall, nothing too much. But obviously, the bleeding has stopped. They seem to get it under control. The Espanyol player definitely got the worst bit of it. I don't know if they were able to control his bleeding. And there is 9 minutes of extra time, Pablo.
9 minutes of out of time. Goodness me.
What was 5.
Oh, well, I've just put...
maybe... Was it 5 or 9?
5. It's 5. You scared me, Alex.
No, I thought I saw 9, but maybe it is because the sign is so far away from us.
5 minutes, guys, added on at the end of this first half. There have been quite a few stoppages, so there you go.
Yeah.
And of course, the most recent one being that head collision between Cabrera and Eric Garcia.
Yeah.
I don't think Eric's back on yet.
No.
Here comes Lamine Yamal straight at Dimitrovic. Maybe.
All right. It's a shot on target. We can count that as obviously Lamine Yamal again. His favorite left foot from that range. We've seen him score plenty of times. Maybe a repeat of last season. It could have been, but not meant to be. I think they're pushing Lamine Yamal. They're not double teaming him or anything. They're pushing just him quite wide. Both players are ready to come on.
Goodness me.
That is definitely a choice. Yeah, it's his eyebrow. It's a lot of bleeding, so it's definitely...
There you go.
They're both back on now.
Why do I feel like Eric, since he's had that mask on, it's just got even more in the walls? He's always hurt, isn't he?
Yeah. I was going to say, I thought he was going to go tapping for his head. I was like, no.
Cabrera sort of patted Eric on the forehead, like.
Yeah.
That was an interesting slow.
It was an interesting way to say, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
No, both players are back on goods. I think for the most part, it was just about controlling the bleeding. From both of them.
And I think so close to half time. I think both sets of medical staff will deal with them fully at half time. Cabrera's just been strapped up and told to get back out there. Right, here come Barça. Rashford, but he certainly backed himself pace-wise there, didn't he? On Cabrera, and I must say, it looked ambitious, didn't it? It really did. He's much quicker than Cabrera, but even still, the distance he gave himself.
The advantage, he was always coming in from behind. Cabrera had the advantage there to probably put his body between, knew that he was going to get beat, but did well to put his body in between Rashford and the ball. So, but now we recovered quickly again, and we're on the attack. Once again. With
Koundé, with Rashford, who is, popping up all over the shop right now, really. We said that in the preview that Solana can interchange. Koundé didn't even think about turning. He gave it straight back to Lamine, who finds Marcus Rashford. Anyone in the box, it finds Koundé, who's in. Koundé's in. It's still Koundé for Barça. And, he just sort of ran out of room in the end. I think he should have cut inside there, Alex. He had a shot on surely. In the end, went back onto his right foot. And Espanyol survive.
Yeah.
There.
I think he wasn't ready to be in that position. Yeah, it was, I think the ref called the goal kick in the end. Espanyol keeper wasn't really too happy about that because he had the advantage in the ball in his hand, but it was a goal kick. But yeah, Jules Koundé just got in really good space there with Lamine Yamal did well to basically had 3 Espanyol players, attracted the pressure on the top of the box. Really, obviously, you're gonna do all Hail Mary to not let Lamine Yamal get a shot on target there. Did a bicycle kick, I was gonna say a back heel kick into. Oh, look at Espanyol. There we go.
Espanyol made a bit of a mess of it. Rashford gave it away, but then won it back. Good strength from him too. And he wins a throw in there. Good work from Rashford. He's hurt though because that was quite a forceful tackle by El Hilali.
Yeah, it was a cheeky low kick in the ankle. That does hurt because it's probably studs into the ankle there. Referee doesn't call a foul. Probably should have been with the intention. It was didn't get the ball at all. So just as I mentioned, it studs to the ankle. That hurts.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Just got a glimpse of all the talent Barça have got on their bench, by the way.
Dani Olmo with his blonde.
A few new haircuts
hair.
for the new year. Often is the case. Here comes De Jong. Is there a Barca sucker punch maybe before? Half-time whistle. De Jong, lovely skill from him. He's been brilliant, hasn't he, in the first half. Wide here for Lamine Yamal. Nice little dink from the back here to Jules Koundé. Oh, again, skill from Koundé. Couldn't quite get past his man though, and again Espanyol come away with the ball.
Frenkie de Jong, I have to say, is for me right now doing really, really well, being that key player to start and stop the attack. He's doing really well, I think, to use his body in space. A lot of the time Frenkie de Jong wins space over the Espanyol players, not by touching the ball, but literally just letting the ball run. Protect the space from the ball with his body from the Espanyol players, and basically just change direction of the pitch from that. I think that's such a key skill. Probably boring to people that don't really appreciate that, but Frenkie de Jong has been outstanding this first half for us, really.
There you have it then, half-time here between Barça and Espanyol. It's 0-0 at the RCD Stadium at the interval. Not a lot of action. The closest we've seen any side come was a header from Pregame from just inches out, and a marvellous save from Joan Garcia, who's had all the spotlight on him, of course, coming into this game. Barça still really yet to properly challenge Dimitrovic in the Espanyol goal. They hope to do that in the second half. It's all to play for, though, at half-time between these two sides. There you have it then, Alex. Half-time at the RCD Stadium. Still 0-0. I think we thought it'd be quite a tense game, quite a tight game. That's pretty much what it's been so far. Still no way through for either side. As I said just a moment ago, the marvellous save from Joan Garcia, probably the talking point of the first half. Still just feeding each other out a little bit. I thought this could be a game that could be 0-0 at half-time. Big second half awaits, of course.
Yeah, it's what we expected, really. A really tight, close match. Whoever wins is going to win by a very small margin. It's gone exactly as we expected. Espanyol being very defensively strong and solid. Unfortunately for us, they've intercepted basically every single pass that we've tried to do inside the box to get Ferran or Rashford or Lamine into a lot of space. They've done well there, and they've done, every time they recover the ball, their first pass is up. They're trying to get their lone striker onto the ball. They're trying to really counter-attack really, really fast within 2-3 passes. So it's exactly what expected. I genuinely really like the game that we're doing. I think we're doing really, really well. As well as we do, you still can't stop Espanyol attacking it and having really good chances, because they are a really good side right now. They've proven that in the league. So as much as well as we play, we are still going to suffer no matter what. So considering all of that, I think we've done really, really well. Again, it's just that last pass in the box, getting those clear chances, really. Getting Rashford probably on the ball more, Ferran on the ball more, probably a bit more crossing. Lamine is probably the only one that's really getting shots on target now, just from the space that he's getting. Jules Koundé, I think, is confused when he gets into the box today. And Alejandro Valdez being really, really good. But Frenkie de Jong is being outstanding, probably the best player this first half for us, I think. Apart from Joan Garcia making that key save. Yeah,
I get the feeling Flick will probably want Barça to have more sustained attacks. Right? I mean, looking at we're having images of the highlights off screen here, guys, and I'm remembering the Espanyol one-on-one they had, of course, the Pregame header, which we're going to see right now. Looking at from a Barça point of view, Lamine, Ferran, Rafinha, probably not got them in the positions we want to quite yet, right? And I think you got Koundé, who's popped up in those sorts of zones on quite a few occasions. Even De Jong's been trying to burst into the box. Rashford's had a decent amount of the ball. We have got good options off the bench. I mean, you mentioned you're quite content with where we are right now, Alex. Is that because you think in the second half we can go to another level? I mean, how do you think Flick will be thinking about that?
Yeah, I would probably say he's probably already looking at changes. I would say the only player that I would probably say to take off would be maybe Rashford. He's probably not been as effective as you probably want him to be. You know, maybe put in Dani Olmo in the 10, put Rafinha back out wide. You know, Dani Olmo does give that dynamic movement, especially, you know, when Rafinha, he's not really getting a lot of late runs into the box, I think, which is probably quite key, because when you look at Alejandro Balde, Rashford, when they get up top, they only have Ferran Torres the option because Rafinha is pushing so far right. So maybe, you know, put Rafinha back out left and let Dani Olmo kind of venture more centrally and not, you know, stay to one side. Maybe that's one option that's probably the biggest option, I would say, because I think Frenkie de Jong is doing well. I don't want to take him out. Eddie Garcia is obviously key, although he's not been attacking as much as we've seen him, probably. No. Maybe, you know, you want Pedri to come on if he's feeling really, really good. But I think for me, it's probably that Rashford change, get Rafinha back out to the left side and put maybe Dani Olmo into that 10 role.
Yeah, certainly. Lots to think about then ahead of the second half. We're going to take a short break here, but don't go anywhere because you've got the half-time quiz to compete in. Who can get 5 out of 5?
Not me.
We'll leave you with this. Cool heads. Enjoy. Right, there you have it, people. Halftime quiz in the bag. Come on, then. Who got 5 out of 5? Let's have a little look at the chat. Let's see who did well. Dardu Gaming says me.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's you answering to my question. We had quite a few of you playing along.
Who got 5 out of 5? Be honest.
Yeah.
Be honest, Tad.
Dardu Gaming says me. I don't think that's an answer to my question, though. So let's see in just a few moments' time before this second half starts who did get 5 out of 5. But I do have another question to ask you, or indeed to ask you, Alex, and it is indeed, as ever, who do you think was the best player in the first half there between Espanyol and Barça? 0-0 at the break. Joan Garcia made an outrageous save.
It's a hard one.
Earlier. Baden has been good, as is De Jong.
It's a hard one, isn't it? I'm gonna look at the overall 45 minutes because Joan Garcia, hasn't had much to do outside of that brilliant, outstanding save. I would have to say Frenkie de Jong. I think he's been outstanding in controlling our pace and controlling our when to go forward, when to stop. I feel like I'm repeating myself so much, but you don't really know unless you see it and you understand really how important that is for a team like us against a rival like Espanyol. I think he's been outstanding. Whenever he gets the ball, he has a lot of pressure on. He's been able to fight off Espanyol players having the ball, being able to control again, letting the ball roll, use the space to his advantage. I think he's been outstanding in terms of outsmarting a lot of Espanyol players as well. So for me, I think hands down Frenkie de Jong tonight.
Yeah, okay. It's a tough one, I must say. I mean,
it is.
I would have gone for one of Balde or De Jong, but I do think that moment from Joan Garcia was incredible. Yeah. I hear your point.
It was our game saver so far, really.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's the difference between this one being 0-0 and 1-0.
That's why you have to put the most important part of the first half or the continuity. I picked the continuity of the 45 minutes, but when you look at the importance of a key moment in the first half, it has to be that Joan Garcia.
Yeah, and I hear you. I think if I was to go for the half as a whole, I maybe would go De Jong. I think he's kept things ticking over nicely in midfield, and what not been an easy game with the conditions or whatnot. Peter Manidas has 1, McLumvis 1, Alia 1.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
after the save, we knew it, right?
Yeah. It was probably the most important part of the moment of the first half. Joan Garcia pulling off that ridiculous save to keep it 0-0. Espanyol aren't really getting as many attacks, and they know that they need to capitalize on the smaller, the small amount of attacks that they do have. Yeah. So for them to get such a clear opportunity and not being able to finish because they did everything right, that was a free header. Alejandro, our entire defensive line was beat. That was a free header that should have gone in. They did everything correct to beat us. Yep. Hands down. I mean, there's no argument against that. And they did everything right, and Joan Garcia was the one to spoil that attack. So I think when you look at the key moment of the first half, it has to be that.
Yeah, certainly. Well, there we go.
Marcus Rashford,
early team news here ahead of the second half. Marcus Rashford is going to be subbed off here. He's come off in his puffer jacket here into the tunnel. So he's not going to be starting in the second half. We'll tell you, Olmo is also sat down, so it's not going to be Olmo. I get the feeling it's going to be Pedri, Alex, who we saw warm up an awful lot in that first half, didn't we?
You probably want to have, Pedri in that 10 position, let him swish back and forth with Frenkie de Jong. We've seen that before. You keep Eric Garcia on for the defensive attacking. It's so weird because usually you would say maybe Frenkie de Jong is the 6, Eric is the 6, Pedri is an 8. So there's no clear attacking player, but there isn't. Every single time that one of them has played in the defensive position in the midfield, you find them in the top of the box.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
So I really, really do like the dynamic of the three of them on the pitch at the same time because they're so good at switching in the right moment. So when you combine the intelligence of Frenkie de Jong and Pedri to be able to link up that play, I think it's probably one of the best options, especially when you look at the advantage that Frenkie de Jong has been able to give us individually. When you add Pedri to that, it's outstanding. But again, we do need to confirm whether it's Pedri or not because we still haven't seen the players come onto the pitch.
No, we haven't.
But it's definitely an option.
We'll wait to see how Barça do line up in this second half. What was interesting is that we did see Olmo already sat down, so that takes away that option, and just because we saw Pedri warming up so much in the first half, I think first because Gerard Martin went down, then because Henrik went down, and now it looks as though he's going to come on for
that's
Rashford.
why it's quite clear that Pedri was the first option off the bench, and we're seeing the players come on. We're not able to see anybody on. Ferran is still on. Lewandowski.
Oh.
Fermin Lopez.
Fermin. There you go.
Fermin Lopez is on the pitch for Rashford. So, as I said in the first half, the clear option is really to get Rashford off, let Rafinha go off to the left side and find a new number 10 to fill in that position. And it is Fermin Lopez to come in for Marcus Rashford. That means, again, Rafinha out to the left side and Fermin Lopez in the number 10 position.
There you have it then, people. Let's go straight into second half commentary. Let's do it. A change at half-time then. Fermin Lopez is on for Marcus Rashford. So Hansi Flick does shuffle the Barca deck. We saw Eric down in the first half. Gerard Martin down in the first half. But it is indeed Fermin who comes on for Marcus Rashford. That's, thoughts on that change at half-time, Alex?
Happy. I don't think it was Marcus Rashford's best match. I don't think he really grew into the match as much as he would like. He wasn't getting the spaces that he usually likes. It's unfortunate for us. It just wasn't the day for Marcus Rashford today.
Oh, watch out here.
Ojo.
Espanyol early on trying to break him behind Perramia, lays it off back to Roberto, made a bit of a hash of it in the end, and Koundé just about comes in and Joan Garcia swings it clear.
Yeah, again, we're seeing the effect there of a wet pitch, a wet ball. Espanyol player just tried to get a touch on top of the ball. Just slipped away from him. Luckily for us, Jules Koundé and Joan Garcia were there to clear the ball out. What we were saying, Marcus Rashford's he didn't have a good game today, really. There's a few chances that he got, and he wasn't really able to control his space and everything. So, unfortunate for us, we thought Marcus Rashford really could get into a lot of spaces, but it just, Espanyol weren't really giving him those spaces, and when he doesn't have those spaces, he was just a bit stuck, probably. So I would love to see what Hansi Flick has in store, for the second half, because obviously you still need to figure out that problem with the spaces on that left side.
Oh, really? Did he?
Free kick.
Yeah.
It wasn't really.
He played the advantage, didn't he? Dolan's pass was to a player in an offside position, and there you go, given as a free kick to Espanyol in a pretty dangerous position, I'd say, too, Alex. Right at the start, he catches him. Start of the second half. Pedri, by the way, as you can see on your screens, is still warming up, so he's not on just yet. Fermin is in the number 10 role.
Yeah, no, it was a late challenge from Joan Garcia, but there was barely any contact. Espanyol player went down really, really easily to draw the foul. Ref ate it up, and here we are, free kick for Espanyol just outside the box.
Dani Olmo also out there to warm up alongside Pedri, so plenty of firepower on the Barca bench. They've already thrown Fermin into the action, of course, and there's still lots to come. So exciting times in the second half, but for now, we'll have to be careful with this Espanyol free kick. Esposito leaves it, and Perramia, well, he might well just hit this. Here comes the Espanyol number 11. He does, and it's over the top of the crossbar. Joan Garcia saw it all the way. No trouble there for Barça. Joan Garcia, by the way, now at the goal where those, the more passionate, if you like, supporters of Espanyol are situated. And, he could be getting even more stick in this second quarter when it's objects thrown and things thrown. Just saw that from that free kick. He's having to pick a few things up. Could get interesting in the second half.
Hopefully it doesn't. But he's on the more intense end, to say the least, in the second half. So hopefully he's been able, to be fair, so far he's been doing really, really well. Every time he gets the ball, he's still calm and collected. Obviously that save was big. From what we've seen, he's not spoken back to the stands. So I think so far he's been able to keep his head down and just stick to the game plan and not be baited by anything that's said to him. Well,
quite clearly he's been his self today, hasn't he, with the brilliant save he made in the first half, and made one earlier as well from a close range. So he's still been himself, not really been phased by the atmosphere. And I think Barca have done a decent job of calling the atmosphere actually in this one. There is Lamine. Can he just crack something open for Barca? You get the feeling it could take something special, as it did last season in this fixture, the fixture that won Barca the league. Remember that Lamine Yamal goal? That's one that, we're going to be remembering for a very long time, isn't it?
The celebration, to say the least. He remembers that as well. I think he was quite keen to repeat that. We've seen that shot a couple times so far. We saw there Frank de Jong making a really good late run into... just couldn't get the ball there.
Espanyol come away with Romero here and now. They're trying to catch Barca out. Koundé with an important touch. I think
Really
Benamia had got a bit too early anyway on the left-hand side.
Yeah, the run was initially
good
offsides. Yeah, we're doing really well to regain possession. The high line there was brilliant from us. Espanyol were stuck; they couldn't do anything. So really good from us there. Good start to the second half so far. 5 minutes down. Espanyol hasn't started the second half as intensely as the first half.
No, yeah,
they've
a little more calm.
I think the second half has started basically where the first half ended.
Yeah.
Neither side has really gone intensely for the opening minutes. Neither side has tried anything that different so far. And it's understandable. I think both sides have had a good game. Hansi Flick and Manolo has just had to probably adjust really key details that right now aren't too obvious. But I think both sides are playing good, so there's not many reasons to change anything at all. And the second half has started just like the first half ended.
Yep.
And so far we're doing really good in recovering possession, keeping possession. Probably a bit more. Fermin and Frenkie de Jong are playing quite high up, which is quite interesting. Frenkie de Jong is doing a lot more late runs into the box, and Fermin is dropping down quite a lot. So I'd be curious to see if we can get any fruits out of this. Oh, look at that.
Nice little 1-2 there between Koundé and Lamine. Koundé dishes it wide. Fermin's going to be able to keep that in play. Short sleeves and gloves look for him in the second half. And you've got to say credit there. I think Romero was some really good defending. And it goes out for an Espanyol ball.
Don't know if it was Koundé that touched that. But
already a bit feisty between Fermin too. What does that change do for Barça, Alex? I think obviously when you bring Fermin in, you have that maybe more balance in midfield, right? I think also what we're going to see now is Rafinha back out to that left wing role, which he played so well in last season and in this season. Is that Flick just trying to add more balance maybe to the Barca team, get players maybe back in positions he feels they can thrive more in?
Yeah, I was just saying there was Polonzano there trying to provoke Fermin a bit since he just came onto the pitch. Referee's being a bit more... He's trolling a lot more the second half. I'd be curious to see what happens in the second half. Obviously, with only 40 minutes left of the match, maybe now he gets a bit more strict, potentially with key challenges. But
giveaway there. Surely was Fermin not tripped there. Referee says nothing given. He says he lost his footing on his own.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a Barca ball again. I just wonder whether the more this game goes on, then maybe the deeper Espanyol will eventually drop. And then maybe this will turn into one of those attack v defence games. I think for now it's still just about open enough.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think each side has every opportunity to score right now, and luckily for us, we're getting on the good end of the start of the second half. We're getting a lot more possession. We're getting a lot more joy. Espanyol haven't been able to do much in the opening 7 minutes of the match, so hopefully this continues. And we go good before, I'd imagine the longer that Espanyol don't score, the cagier this match is going to get.
Yeah, certainly. Here comes Lamine Yamal. Tries to get a cross in, gets it in. Cabrera now bandaged up, gets it clear. Koundé, nice flick there too.
Really
Lamine
good.
once more. Here come Barcelona. Lamine Yamal.
Hey, venga, Lamine.
Can he get a shot away? Lamine, brilliant.
No,
De Jong's in, back heel. And he goes behind for a corner. My God, I'll tell you what, it was inventive, wasn't it? De Jong was in there. He was almost like in a penalty box that was loaded with players. He had an acre of space. Look at this. And he was just shot away.
You can tell he's not a striker.
No,
I think he was in so much space, but he angled his body wrong. He angled his body he's so used to receiving the ball, in the midfield. You angle your body not towards the net, but really, where you're going to pass the ball. And I think there he just needed to be in a very attacking position. And unfortunately for us, he angled his body where he needed to take a first touch out of that. That was probably a tap-in that he could have gone for.
Oh, I'll tell you what, and then he fell to Martin. It will fall to Koundé. Good save, Dimitrovic. Barca come close on 2 occasions there in the space of 1 minute.
All right.
And a chaos in the Espanyol penalty area, but they do survive.
This is it, Pablo. This is it.
This corner?
This is it. It's
I'll tell you what, it was a real mess in there. No one really got it, and Koundé couldn't really generate much power on the header, could he?
Yeah, no, it was. He wasn't expecting it. He did well to get it down. It was a good header down. It was that ball just skidded through the entire box, and Rafinha went
to the back post. Rafinha headed down. Was that a handball? I don't think it was, I must say.
No.
And it goes out for A Barça
Players are complaining for a handball. The referee is that was a quick check. It's over. No handball there. Hopefully we can keep this momentum up. It was good. To be fair, it was a good play. A second post used when they're heading the ball back across the penalty box. So we've seen that a few times, and it does work. It is a very effective corner kick play. But hopefully we can keep this momentum up and get a goal as soon as possible, please.
Let's pull up that by Kovacic. Look at Lamine Yamal go well, using all of his speed here, although I must say, credit Romero. That was excellent the way he got back in and wins Espanyol a goal kick too. The fans are going to enjoy that one. Good left back, and he dealt with Lamine well on that occasion. Fans have enjoyed it. Yeah, no,
Lamine did well to get the advantage from speeds, but when he tried to cut across, that's where Espanyol defender did really well to get his body across the ball. It was a handball, but the ball was touching his body. So
his body,
so no, it was no handball.
Oh dear,
be careful.
I tell you what,
Espanyol
are in here, big chance here, and well, I must say, Alex, I think Peramia had a tap it in the middle, and he wasn't found by Roberto, and the finish was poor and easy for Joan Garcia.
Yeah, no, it was a really, really scary advantage that Espanyol got. It was 2v1 basically against Joan Garcia. He went for the shot instead for the pass. He got in that position, and to be fair, it wasn't like he didn't get a shot off of a touch. He got a shot from because the ball was ahead of him. And I don't know if he would have been able to get his body across the goal. It was hard. I had to see it again. His body position, I think, was better for a shot than it was for a pass across the box. But no, luckily for us, Espanyol weren't able to capitalize on that because, again, the ball skidding through our defensive line. Espanyol got into very, very clear chance there.
There come Barca once more it's a bit scrappy in there, Alex. I must say, both teams just giving it back and forth. And well, here comes Peramia. Was that a foul from Enik? Yes, it was, says the referee. And he's still, Alex, not to show a yellow card. Peramia can't quite believe it. You can see the strategy there, the referees. Doesn't want to give easy bookings, I must say.
What was that?
There. Gets a bit of the ball, does he?
I think he gets the ball a bit, but obviously we're seeing it slow motion. We've seen him live action.
It's different. That was the one earlier. Gerard Martin there just got bullied off the ball.
Yeah.
And I think Peramia might have been in there, I must say. It's at the back post, and in the end, a good save from Joan Garcia, although Roberto not really with the right choice. Here come Espanyol again then.
Yeah, Espanyol are growing into this right now.
So Esposito of Koundé. Eric Garcia heads it clear. Nice header, inventive. Finds Fermin. Can Barca capitalise? No. Not in the first time. Him in the second, though.
Yeah.
Bit of space appears here for Rafinha, although I'll tell you what. Yeah, good. Well watched. Good defending.
Yeah, the ball skating isn't going our favour this second half. Fermin is doing really well to get on that ball, getting Rafinha into a lot of space, but it was confusing.
Rafinha's done a foul throw there. The ball's so slippy is what he was saying, and it's going to be an Espanyol ball. There you go. Look at this here.
Yeah. The ball just slipped through Rafinha's hands. Now it's an Espanyol throw, and it's deep into their own half, so hopefully we can regain possession quite quickly to get on another attack.
Even he in his game mode, Rafinha, game face, could let off a bit of a smile with that one as it slipped out of his hands, and it certainly is having an effect. You can see it, can't you? This is the pacey Dolan here, and I'll tell you what, Espanyol worked that ever so well. This is ominous if there was ever a term for the word. Peramía's in here, chance for the home team. Oh, goodness me, it's still alive in there. Dolan. Oh, excellent defending. Barca survive somehow. Looked really like that was going to be the opener, didn't it? And the Blaugrana shirts got back. I'm not sure if the rain took the ball away from Peramia, but this, Alex, looked like the opener, didn't it?
Yeah, that was. We are very, very lucky now. Jules did brilliant there, I have to say, to get back and defend that. It was Alejandro Valde, Garcia, and Gerard Martin all ended on the floor there, putting their body on the line quite literally to get that out. And luckily for us, the Espanyol couldn't capitalize on that attack. I do have to say, Espanyol are getting clearer attacks than we are.
Oh, and they're in again here. I'll tell you what, surely. And if goes a free kick, goes Barca's way. And Alex, I think that would have counted off the initial ball in.
I don't know.
My God, are they getting close? It was Roberto who was in. He just misjudged his shot.
Yeah. It was his control was awful.
Yeah.
Luckily for us again, and Garcia was able to get back, and Joan Garcia easily stopped the ball, picked it up, and now we're off again. It was a foul on Gerard Martin there. I think it was from Roberto, and Jofre is coming on for Espanyol. I think right now we need to keep possession of the ball, I think, a bit longer.
Okay.
The longer spells, not let Espanyol grow into the game right now, because they are attacking quite a lot. They're gaining possession a lot more than they have probably the longest spell of possession in the entire match so far, and we need to cut that off, grow back into our game, grow back into moving the ball around, using the spaces to our advantage, and let Espanyol get these clear opportunities.
There you have it. So Jofre is on for Esposito. A few chances in quick succession there for Espanyol, and as the clock strikes 60, I'll ask the members in the live chat, and you indeed, Alex, this question: how should Barça be approaching this second half of 50 minutes? And I'll tell you what, hold your thoughts, because here come the Blaugrana. Lamine couldn't quite get that one past Romero, though. He has won it back, however. Lamine Yamal still. Everyone mull over your thoughts on that question in the chat. Here's Koundé. Now Frenkie de Jong. Well, things could change very quickly if Barça put this in the back of the net. Lamine Yamal, corner. Because I was going to say maybe up the intensity in our attacking play, but I'll tell you what, the last passage from Espanyol has maybe made me think, let's remain calm and defensively solid whilst we can, because Espanyol have been capitalising us on a few occasions. Yeah. And of course we've got the opportunity to get some subs on in all of this too.
I would say remain calm and be offensively solid. I think defensively we've been actually doing quite well.
Well, I'll tell you what, here comes the corner from Rafinha. Dimitrovic gets it clear. It falls to Lamine. Oh, look at that. Sent one to the shot and then laid it off. Looked like he was fouled.
Yeah, he was.
Alex, you were saying?
Remain calm and be offensively solid. I think defensively we've actually been quite good to hopefully keep that up, but I think offensively is where we need to step up a bit more. It's a good free kick in a good position.
It's a clear foul. It's a clear foul.
And
look at that. Look at that. Robert Lewandowski and indeed Pedri, I believe. Double change coming up here for Barça. Well, it was option 3 on the question for you there. Elmirde said 2, Pirita Malaita said 1. But hey, it's...
You would think maybe... Obviously, Ferran Torres is probably going to come off for Lewandowski. Then who would you take off in the midfield? Eric Garcia? Or would you take off maybe Gerard Martin and Garcia, put Eric Garcia in the centre back position?
Lots to think about. Here's Rafinha's free kick. Deflection, corner.
That looked like it was going in at one point. Probably a lot more far off than what we have this angle.
There we go, yeah. Tell you what, that's a good piece of defensive play in the wall, because that was headed goal bound. So double change coming up, Lewandowski, Pedri. These two.
Yeah, look at that.
These two are going to be coming on, Lewandowski and Pedri.
Is this the time?
As it were, it's still going to be a Barça corner before any of that takes place. Here's De Jong now. Lays it off here to Rafinha. Nice quick feet from him. Rafinha dinks the ball to the back post, and it's easy for Dimitrovic to leave behind. And let's see then, Alex. Let's see the change that Flick makes here. Let's see who these two come on for. This was the chance quite some time ago now when it fell to Koundé, wasn't it?
Yeah, he obviously wasn't expecting it, but I think he did really well to get that on target. Dani Olmo coming on as well.
Alex, that could well be a triple change coming up here for Barça.
Who do you think it is going to be?
Fascinated here, because I mean, Ferran, you'd imagine, definitely comes off for Lewandowski. If Olmo's coming on too,
I would say maybe Frenkie. Yeah, maybe.
I'll tell you what. Watch out here, because Espanyol are in there, clean through to Roberto's in. Surely now, Joan Garcia! Unbelievable goalkeeping. Barça survives still, and somehow the shot away. This guy in goal is like nothing I've seen before. What an unbelievable save!
Garcia!
What an unbelievable piece of goalkeeping!
Dios mío, ¿qué acabo de hacer este niño?
Unbelievable from Joan Garcia, because Espanyol, I mean, we've said it a few times, we're on the brink of scoring here, this time for real. And this guy in goal for Barça, dressed in orange, well, he can do no wrong. Koundé and Gerard Martin, they were sitting to each other there. I'll tell you what, Roberto was in here. He could have sweared him, he didn't do anything wrong, really. He takes it around the keeper. That man in goal. That is an outrageous
That's
piece of goalkeeping.
ridiculous. Gerard Martin and Jules Koundé literally just went slide tackling both into Roberto. Roberto got the ball through, jumped over Jules Koundé and Gerard Martin and went one-on-one with the keeper. Tried to go around Joan Garcia, and Joan Garcia just got his hands exactly there. Gerard Martin out, Pedri. Eric Garcia looks like he's going in the centre-back position. Rafinha out, Dani Olmo in. So yeah, as what I mentioned, Eric Garcia goes into that centre-back position, and it is Gerard Martin who comes off. So we have Eric Garcia and Kubarsi as our centre-backs. Frenkie de Jong has dropped in a bit deeper with Pedri and Dani Olmo up front, which means that Fermin Lopez has gone on to the left side.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, so we'll update the lineup on our screens in a moment. This is Pedri's pass, but that's a collector's item. Pedri's just kicked it right out of play. There you go. So midfield we have De Jong next to Pedri, correct, Alex?
We've got De Jong, Pedri and Olmo in the midfield. Fermin out on the left side, and Eric Garcia and Kubarsi as your centre-backs.
Lots of changes here, my God. I mean, the Barca lineup, it's pretty much non-stop, and of course Lewandowski down the middle. Yeah,
it's... I don't want to say it's surprising. I mean, I did say that the Eric Garcia going back into centre-back position was definitely a sub-option, I would say. Before it happened, Kubarsi and Gerard Martin are having a lot of work to do. Maybe you want Eric Garcia, who has a bit more of an aggressive approach, you would probably say. And that gives you space to have Frenkie de Jong and Pedri on at the same time. Yeah, essentially.
Exactly.
So, you know, when you have Eric Garcia on, you know, you're missing or Pedri or Frenkie, and if you have both on, that means you're missing an attacking player. So the logical thing to do to have Eric Garcia is, you know, push him back to the centre back, have Frenkie and De Jong in the middle, and have that number 10 attacking role, which is in this case Dani Olmo.
Here come Espanyol again. I think it's fair to say they've had the best chances in this game by quite some distance now, actually. And if you add them all up together, I think they'll be scratching their heads as to how they haven't scored. I mean,
Joan Garcia.
That's
why
the
they haven't
answer.
scored.
Just brilliant. It
That is
really
ridiculous.
is. I mean, we've seen an array of saves today from Barca's number one that pretty much make no sense, but they have got some very good players that they've brought off the bench today, Barça. Alone today we've brought off the bench Fermin, Pedri, Lewandowski and Olmo. An incredible amount of talent. Starters, I'd say, almost for any team in Europe. So that's not bad at all to bring on in a game like this. And now, well, with De Jong and Pedri in midfield, Eric back to centre-back, Flick will be hoping the tide can change, because it's been Espanyol who've had the better chances in this second half. Can Barça just get themselves in the front foot? I'll tell you what, that was risky defending from Dolan. It's let Koundé in, now Lamine.
Yeah, it's... you know, we're moving the ball around. We're just not really able to get that key pass into the middle.
No, defending well, Espanyol. Maybe now through Fermin there. Maybe a rocket from the edge of the area is Barca's way in. Pedri, back to Fermin. Different game, of course, now with Pedri on. You'd imagine Barca will start to control things.
Yeah, no, especially when you have, you know, once again, you know, Frenkie and Pedri do really well to control the spaces, control the rhythm, and now you can allow them to have a bit more space, probably feed off of each other, feed off of the space. Have a bit more of a control in the middle when you only had one of them on. Now you have both of them on, and they're both well capable of attacking. I think they balance each other really, really well, and hopefully that can be to our advantage. Obviously, you have Lewandowski, who's a bit more static going forward. You can have him, you know, entertaining the centre backs, and you get that ball in. And his aerial duels are outstanding. So hopefully we can get a few crosses into him.
Another free kick for Espanyol. I'll tell you what, halfway through the first half, Alex, I think we need some hearts in the chat.
We need
I think we need some support, guys.
Yeah.
Show some Barca love in the members live chat, because, well, Barca are in a tough moment right now, and Espanyol are certainly pressuring us. And this is a vital time in our season, I feel. It really is. We knew this was going to be one of the toughest away games of the season. I think to have it first game of 2026 as well, or of the calendar year, I mean by that, and after a 10-day break, it is certainly something to think about, right?
Yeah, no, it's been intense to say the least. It's been a really good match of football, to be fair. Both sides have played well. Espanyol have gotten the clearer chances than we have, unfortunately. But we're still in it. We're still very much in it. We're still playing well. And
watch out here, maybe now. The Joan Garcia wall is broken off the line from Koundé. Again, it was Roberto who just can't seem to find a way through this Barca defence right now. Hooked it over the goalkeeper, only to find Koundé stood behind him.
Yeah, it's it wasn't going in. Luckily for us, she was going to do really well to clear the ball there before anybody else got onto the end of it. It's
here come Espanyol again. Oh, Roberto, maybe now. What a save by Joan Garcia. This guy's a joking goal. He's absolutely outrageous. Gets down again low to his left-hand side and keeps Barça somehow as a team who haven't conceded in this game. Remarkable goalkeeping.
Awful defending, remarkable goalkeeping.
Yeah.
We weren't able to clear the ball there. It was a loose ball in the box. Roberto got, I think it was Roberto again. Who was able,
and just like that, Barca in themselves. Lewandowski's in.
Cross it.
Forced a little bit wide. Still Lewandowski. Corner. Well, this game really now very watchable indeed. Very open.
Okay, I feel like I need to adjust myself to prepare.
Just your seating,
Just brace myself onto anything, just in case anything happens.
Okay, good.
Corner kick. To be fair, I was going to say Espanyol have been doing the exact same thing for every corner kick and free kick. It's to get Pregame on the end of it, basically second post, heading it back in. But not as kind of like a lob into it. He's heading it really hard and direct. It's been a problem for us so far. Let's see what this corner
Here
kick.
comes Barca's corner, and I'll tell you what option's in there, and surely now! Oh, goodness me, if Joan Garcia has produced some big saves, Dimitrovic has just produced a vital one there for Espanyol. He threw his body in the line, and then Garcia about to make it 1-0 to the Blaugrana. Well, denied from point-blank range.
That was...
Oh my goodness me, what a save that is, Alex. Wow, it's been the game of the goalkeepers.
It's been really good save. He threw his body, really just extended himself as making himself as big as he can, really.
Here we go again then, corner in, headed clear.
Yeah, Lewandowski just had two players there on him, which wasn't easy.
It's a clear foul, I must say. Referee must bring it back if it went out. Surely it's not gone out though, so we play on. Hacked clear. Fermin will do well to see that out for a throw, and he does. This is taken to light now, I'd say.
It's getting spicy. Now we're getting into the last 20 minutes of the match. The more momentum Espanyol gets, the more confidence they have, the worse this is going to get for us. It's going to get really cagey. Let's hope that they don't score, because that's just going to be awful.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want Espanyol to get the first goal.
Yeah.
Pedri now. Big
Brilliant
switch
ball.
over to Lamine
from
Yamal,
Lamine.
who all of a sudden has a little bit of room to run into. There's the pass, and it looked like the opening goal. Alex, Pedri was in there. He claims he's been fouled. He says that he was caught there as he got his shot away. He's down in agony, and it's chaos now in the penalty area. This one, as all of a sudden, guys, from minute 65, it's just got spicy, and lovely from Lamine, nearly brilliant from Pedri.
Yeah, I'm just saying there, it looks like it's Pedri's knee. I don't really know. They're asking for the medics to come on. I don't really know what happened. It was brilliant from Pedri and Lamine there.
Yeah. 1-2,
Lamine
isn't it?
was well onside. Brilliant touch from Lamine to get that ball through. Pedri just kind of... that would so good.
Look at this. Oh, I'll tell you what.
He gets... His foot gets stuck.
Does El Hilali come through him there?
Yeah.
I'm not sure they'll give that though, Alex.
No, I don't think it was a penalty, to be fair. It was definitely a foul if it was outside of the box, but I think it's a bit too soft to be a penalty.
This was the chance earlier, Alex. This is the closest we've come by
no,
far.
and Eddie Garcia does everything right.
I cannot
does everything right.
I think we know how Espanyol fans feel. I can't believe he saved that, I'm going to be honest with you.
It was literally, the ball literally touched his hand. It would have gone in between, and it just got a touch in between. Like, if that ball would have been...
It's another. I mean, in this game alone, Alex, we've seen some of the best saves of the season, by the way.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That one there is another.
That's a close range shot.
That's an outrageous save what Dimitrovic just produced there.
Yeah, no,
it's
absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous there from the save. The goalkeepers have been stealing the show on this. They've been absolutely key to keeping both sides into this match. And luckily for us, Pedri is up and running. Nothing serious from that impact, but so far so good. Pedri has been brilliant on the pitch. He's been playing really high up, it was quite entertaining considering that Dani Olmo was on the pitch.
Yeah, good run from him.
But no, that was brilliant. It was Pedri probably from the halfway line, passed it out to Lamine Yamal and continued his run forward and ended up inside the box. And Lamine Yamal did brilliant to slide the ball. Good defending from Espanyol again. A last-ditch tackle that went well, but they just couldn't get the tap in.
Here is Eric, now Garcia. I mean, this really could go any way now, although I must say both goalkeepers in inspired form right now, keeping this level. It's been a pretty good 0-0, I'd say, Alex. No?
Yeah, no, it's been it's 0-0, but it's been, you know, back and forth. I don't think any single player has been able to. That
was nice too, and Balde was in. Lewandowski couldn't quite sort his feet out.
Yeah, no, it was a hard pass to control. It was bouncing, and it was really, really hard. Lewandowski probably did as best as he can there to control the ball.
Lovely feet this by Al Hilali though.
No.
Oh, Pedri's got to be careful. Kicked the ball away after the referee blown his whistle, I think, and he's just about got away from it. Al Hilali's in a lot of pain. Didn't look like much to me, I must say.
No, it wasn't.
It's
no,
that.
It was genuinely nothing.
Or is it the second one here, maybe? That's when he comes in here, isn't it, Pedri?
No.
Didn't look much
there was
to me,
literally no contact in the second one. The first one there was more, but that wasn't enough for a foul. Much less for the Espanyol player to be screaming like that. But Roberto's coming off.
This is interesting. So Roberto, who has somehow not scored today, bless him, is off. And Kike Garcia is on, who is a veteran in La Liga, been all over the shop and knows where the back of the net is. Has scored against Barça previously too in his career. And he is on. So this is an interesting one. A different sort of proposition, really, for the Barça backline to deal with. You can see him there getting involved immediately. That's what he'll do. Win headers. Look at this quick feet from Dolan, who looks an exciting winger too, I must say.
Garcia did really well to just, I mean, he's used to defending against Lamine Yamal, so I'm assuming he does well there to just stand his ground and not bite to any movements.
Well, made onto the back post. It's going to find all the way through here. Some of the chance for Espanyol. The cross is a good one, I must say too. It's going to fall again, fullback to fullback. Romero strikes on Joan Garcia again, Alex. I can't quite believe it. Can't believe how many times I'm going to say it. Not sure if it was heading in, but that's a super save down to his left-hand side.
I think I have to see it again to see what was heading. I think it was heading just out or to the post, but Joan Garcia did outstanding to get there.
You never know if that was
You never know. I think Joan Garcia did the perfect decision to come across and get that out for a corner. Again, just extending his body as much as he can, and just brilliant once again.
Tense, nerve-wracking to say the least. Another corner for Espanyol. We're past the last 15-minute mark now. That should be easy for Joan. It is. He beats it clear. Barça with so much talent on the pitch, but credit Espanyol. They've been very good themselves. They really have, and they've earned a goal, I think it's fair to say, if not for a brilliant young goalkeeper by the name of Joan Garcia in the Barça goal.
Yeah.
They're playing good football, I must say. They've been very good.
It's what we expected, really. Espanyol are showing a really good display in front of their fans. I think they're doing well to feed off the energy. Their intensity is still really, really high. Again,
Brilliant. I must say. Free kick this time goes Barca's way.
No, that was really obvious. And first yellow card of the match.
You've got to be careful, referee. You don't want to talk about them too much. Not in this country.
Yeah. No, it's. I think that was a good yellow card on Jules Koundé there. It was just unnecessary. The amount of grabbing that there was on Jules Koundé. So no, I think that was a good first yellow card. He said that was his second of the match. So
and to Manolo Gonzalez too. So double booking there for Espanyol, I believe. Yeah.
It's again, it's what we expect. It's 13 minutes left until the 90 minutes are up, and Espanyol are just getting shaky. They've played a good match, but the fans are getting edgy. They're getting impatient, and I think the players are kind of feeding into that as well. And for us, I think we just need to keep our head down.
Fermin's in. Fermin deflection corner. Oh, surely took a deflection. No, did it? He's given a goal kick. Well, I can't believe that.
Yeah.
I mean, that looked clear as day to me, unless I'm seeing things. That took a flick, right? Just take a look at it again. Not going to show it.
No. When you see that again. Yeah, it's been given as a goal kick. I think when you look at it in real time, maybe it looks like it went through his legs, but I think there might have been just a slight deflection off of it. But no, it's a goal kick there. Hopefully now we can recover.
Yeah, nice De Jong. Really lovely from De Jong. Alex, at this point in the game, with the luck we've been able to ride, 0-0 at our local rivals' ground, who are having a great season. I get the feeling if we score here and win this one, it'll feel like one of those statement wins in the season. If you get where I'm coming from,
it's a big 3 points. I think again, I think we've done really, really well so far to keep our mentality strong. Our mental strength this game, is always going to be tested. Espanyol players have been aggressive, on the 1v1s of the players. The atmosphere has been hostile, just as we expected. And the confidence, because they have so much, been able to weather a big storm.
Yep.
Espanyol have played a really, really good match, both defensively and offensively. They've had better chances than we have the entire match.
Yep.
Defensively, they disturbed us. We've not been able to do basically anything compared to them, even though we've played the superior match in terms of possession and in terms of getting inside the box, touches on the ball. We're seeing there, total passes, we've had 476 to 205 to Espanyol. 69% possession. I think that says it all. But I think right now, if we get a goal, it's just going to be a relief. You don't want to drop points in any single match. But if we get these 3 points today, it's going to be, nothing can stop us right now.
Koundé now receiving the ball off of Lamine Yamal. Now, Lamine wants more. Can he produce one of those moments? Imagine that was slick for him, wasn't it? Koundé couldn't quite take it into his stride, though, and Espanyol can bring things clear. And look at them go here with Dolan. It was excellent play from Berramia, but they've given the ball away once more.
Yeah.
As the ball just rocks back and forth in possession.
Garcia did well there too. Dolan getting a lot of touches there, disrupting Koundé a lot, but I think Koundé is doing really well defensively on our right side. But it's also about giving us a bit of breathing room. When you look at the bunch that we have ahead, dropping points anywhere isn't really necessary.
No, yeah,
to say the least.
It would be a frustrating one. Javi Puado's about to come on for Espanyol, by the way. He's not been on the pitch since the 5th of October, so a big return for him. Here's Fermin Lopez, chance here. Lamine so nearly in, and it just slips away from him, didn't it? I wonder whether Fermin was going to go left, actually. He went for Lamine.
Yeah, no, it was a good ball, but Fermin was kind of like half falling.
Yeah.
There's a lot of momentum in, and just because he was falling, the ball just went too fast. That he needed to be on his foot, his feet, to be able to weigh that pass in through perfectly for Lamine Yamal in the box. But no, we need to calm down right now.
Oh, watch the line here. Kike Garcia, was he onside? Maybe he was. He tell you what, his touch has gone through. The offside flag was up anyway, and Espanyol
really, really good.
Furious. They can't believe it. I think he was off, I must say.
No, I think that was a good call, definitely.
This was the save earlier.
Chance.
I mean, this looked like 1-0, I must say, guaranteed, didn't it?
Joan Garcia went down as well. The things that Roberto got the ball, faked the shot to try to go around Joan Garcia. Joan Garcia went down for the shot and then was able to recuperate and go out and touch the ball. Just
carousel of Joan Garcia saves we're seeing. He's been by far and away the man of the match.
We're in this match because of Joan Garcia in terms of a 0-0 right now.
Berramia, he'll be wondering how on earth he didn't score in the first half.
Joan Garcia.
Puado ante Ratson, said it. Puado.
Okay, Dolan is out. It's a rest for Jules Koundé, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably been, one of their most probably dangerous players, outside of Roberto. When you look at the attack, he's quick on his feet. He's really good with the 1v1s. We'll see now. 8 minutes left in the 90 minutes. There's obviously going to be a bit of extra time, considering the Pedri injury as well. So here, let's see if we can ride this out and get the advantage in these last 10 minutes of the match.
Watch out for Javi Puado, back on the pitch now. Very good player, been missing for Espanyol. They've still done ever so well without him. Here comes Lamine Yamal, nice skill from him. Lamine, you can see how aggressive they're trying to be on him, but he's still got the quick feet. Lamine, Pedri now shuffled wide here for Balde. What a goal would do for Barça season. Balde dropped off here to Pedri. Now Kubarsi. Filtered ball through, finds Fermin. Couldn't quite get his touch away, and he's got to be careful there, Kubarsi.
Yeah.
Turned his back towards the Espanyol player. That was ever so cool from Joan Garcia, wasn't it? Coolest man in the ground today. The ex-Espanyol keeper, probably not what you'd expect with all things considered.
Yeah, no, we said it at the beginning of the match. We knew that potentially Joan Garcia could be a key player in this match, considering all the context of it and the way that Espanyol are playing, and rightfully so. He has been an absolute key player this match.
Hansi Flick contemplating there. I mean, at 0-0, Barça will have that frustration that they haven't scored yet, but they'll probably also be thinking, Alex,
luckily we haven't conceded.
A point at this stage with the way it's gone isn't looking at the worst thing in the world, although I'll tell you what, Terraz has got him behind here. And he's offside. Yeah.
It was a good high line again. Dangerous Espanyol attack if that would have gone through.
It's tight, isn't
it?
It's
tight.
It might have just been off, but it's tight.
Yeah, no, I think it might have been just off his shoulder, might have been just off the referee. The lino had a really good advantage there, to be fair. He was in the correct position to be able to see that. Luckily for us, that was offside. And luckily for us, to be fair, our defenders were back, so I think we would have been covered for that play. But here we go again. 5 minutes left in regulation time, plus whatever is added on. Let's see.
Yeah.
Please, can we score a goal?
Just not sure Flick will feel that Barça have created enough. Can they create something now? We think the closest we've come, Alex, is that RCD Garcia chance, which is a deflection from a corner. Maybe now Olmo in the box doesn't fall to a Barça boomerang shot. I mean, and look how well Espanyol are playing. That was excellent from RCD Garcia. A wonderful intervention from him. Now Fermin headed down to Lamine Yamal, and he wanted to give it back to Fermin. Yeah, it was all too intricate. It was all too intricate.
To be fair, it's what we need to be able to score, it seems, at this point. It was brilliant interference from RCD Garcia there. Just a really high tackle, or just saying there, RCD Garcia intervened really, really high up the pitch, and Dani Olmo was able to get a quick counter-attack going. But again, we're just not able to capitalise.
Here's Boado, excellent touch, Pedri, vital touch, Pedri.
Yeah.
And Barça can bring things clear.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
God, this has been tense. It really has been on a knife edge, hasn't it?
It's been non-stop. It's been absolutely non-stop. Both sides, every time they get the ball, there's an attack going.
Oh, brilliant turn,
Mega
Fermin.
Mega Fermin.
Olmo's in. Olmo! Oh, Barcelona have surely won it away to Espanyol.
It's time.
It's Dani Olmo time, people. A wonderful, wonderful goal. With 5 minutes to play, it's Olmo, who surely has won this for Barça. Such a tough away game, and there's still time to go. But a Dani Olmo goal has broken the deadlock here away from home. Espanyol 0, Barça 1. It's Olmo time, people.
It's time. Vamos. It's Olmo time. What a brilliant goal from Dani Olmo. Ay, por Dios. That was brilliant. It was brilliant. It was a good counter-attack. Can we see how Hansi Flick reacts to that goal, please?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see Hansi Flick's reaction. Let's see. I wonder how he reacted. We went euphoric here in the studio. What a turn it was from Fermin, by the way. You can see it there. Flick, delight. Look at the bench in delight. Laid off to Olmo. And he's a player who has that quality, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's what he's got in his locker. Not played since he last played against Atleti at the start of December.
No,
exactly,
that was
nearly a month ago.
It was the assist or the goal better. It was such a simple assist from Fermin, but that he made such a good turn in the midfield to take the advantage from the Espanyol player and go into so much space, drawing the attention enough to let Dani Olmo free on that left side. Perfectly weighted pass for Dani Olmo to get a shot with his first touch. Just floated around the keeper, top bins, second post. That was an outstanding overall goal. From the assist, from the Fermin turn to the finish, just absolutely brilliant. 10 out of 10.
A goal worth its weight in gold for Barça. Dani Olmo has put them on the brink of going 7 points clear here at the top of LaLiga for now, with Madrid to play tomorrow. And I must say, Alex, I said it a few moments ago, wasn't looking like the sort of game that Barça were going to get a win from. And, well, now with 2.5 minutes away in regulation time of absolutely snatching, and I mean snatching, a win here. It would be one of those sucker punch wins, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you said it, Pablo. You said it, Pablo. It was, what would it mean to get a goal in this moment of the match?
Yeah.
And this is what it means. It means everything. And I think right now that only gives us. And again, I think it's kudos to us. We've not changed anything. Despite Espanyol getting the better of us, you have to say the second half Espanyol have been the better side in terms of getting those clear goal scoring opportunities. They've had the better of us defensively and defensively, I think. But it's we've stuck to the game plan. We've
Yeah.
put our head down. We've stuck to our football, and in the end, we trusted ourselves. Oh, was that off the
went for
post?
goal there. Now Pedri. And Barça trying to get a second, which would, of course, well and truly kill this one off. Now, Lamine Yamal, maybe it is a second. Lamine, I'll tell you what, that's a chance, Alex, and he's just not able to wrap his foot around it well.
I think he was just trying to get the ball into the box. There was a lot of his teammates in the box just trying to get a floating, a soft ball for anyone just to get to the end of it in a quick touch. Careful here with Espanyol with another attack.
Said it, and the goal went in. Not done yet. Not with the way Espanyol have been attacking. They've been brilliant. Pedri has been ever so good off the bench, though, I must say. He's right up there for my MVP votes. Already, by the way, there's a poll in the chat for you guys. Who's been the MVP of the game? I think Joan Garcia is winning hugely. You've got Joan Garcia, Eric, and Olmo.
Roberto is sat on the bench just like this.
Yeah,
I think he's just replaying the opportunities that he's had over and over and over again in his head. He's probably had the clearest chances.
This is ominous for Espanyol. Fermin's in here. Still Fermin, around 2. This is brilliant from Fermin. It's surely Lewandowski. Yes, it is. Barça have beaten Espanyol by 2-0, and it's Lewandowski who gets the second. It's all been Fermin in the second half.
That was all Fermin.
Another glorious assist from him. The Espanyol fans can't believe it. But Barça, they're going to stay 7 points clear at the top of the table tonight. They're going to beat Espanyol away from home. A statement win in LaLiga.
Vamos!
It's the Blaugrana who are going to take the derby delight here. Joan Garcia has been the hero, but Fermin in the attacking phase of play. But he's won this late on here. Espanyol 0, Barça 2.
Yeah, it was a brilliant ball from Lamine Yamal to get Fermin into space, and Fermin did all the work again. You know, these 2 goals have not been scored by Fermin, but Fermin has done all the work in both of these. Lewandowski did really well there.
What a glorious chip.
That was brilliant from Lewandowski. Instead of going for the tap in, there was a Espanyol player who was down. That was, if Lewandowski would have gone for a tap in, the Espanyol player would have definitely blocked that. He went in for the chip and it went in. But Fermin Lopez there did all the work, and it was a brilliant team play. Pedri recovered the ball, in and out. Lamine got the ball into Fermin brilliant, and Lewandowski, that was just team back 2-0 up.
Marvellous goal, and just hold your horses here, people, because this may well be ruled out.
I'm not too sure why, though. There wasn't
no, it's not going to be ruled out. I think they're worried that something got thrown onto the pitch.
There's been a lot of water bottles being thrown on the pitch, probably just getting control of that with obviously just 3 minutes. There's 4 minutes of added extra time, 3 minutes left in the match. This is when security and everything, it probably just has to be a bit more tight, considering that Espanyol are losing, and not really what the Espanyol fans came to the stadium for today.
Well, all of a sudden it's unravelled for them, hasn't it, Alex? And I'll tell you what, credit Hansi Flick. It was the substitutes really who've done the business, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fermin Lopez 2 assists, and then Olmo and Lewandowski with the goal each. Well, it's the subs who've done the business for Barça.
No, I think both goals have been absolutely brilliant. From Fermin doing, all the work that he did. Dani Olmo and Lewandowski both with brilliant finishes. Dani Olmo there with a perfect first time, curling second post, top bins goal, and Lewandowski there just being really, really intelligent. Instead of going for the easy tap in, he read the play, chipped the ball, and it went in. It was 2 brilliant goals, brilliant finishes. But again, Fermin Lopez with the assist has been wow.
Yeah, remarkable. And I'll tell you what, both finishes were great too. The Olmo one was outrageous, wasn't it, really?
Yeah.
Pinpoint to the top corner. Nothing Dimitrovic could do about it. And that Lewandowski dink too, ever so deft over the goalkeeper. And Barça now, Alex, well, just minutes away from a really monumental victory by my books in the season, I must say.
My words.
And I'll tell you what, this was a game that for me just wasn't looking like it was going to be a win for Barça. And that's just fair to say. And I'll tell you what, in fact...
And the 2-goal advantage was very optimistic, really.
Harsh on Espanyol is what it is.
Yeah.
And I was getting to a point of the game, Alex, where I was just thinking a point here is not a bad point with how good of a spot Espanyol are in.
Definitely.
With the way the game's gone, the fact that we were lucky to be at 0-0, never mind 2-0 up.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was... it's definitely, as you said it, Pablo, probably coming into the last 15 minutes of the match, you were like, right, a point here, we'll be lucky to get out of this with the point, because the fact that the Espanyol side have had a lot more clear opportunities that we had. The fact that Joan Garcia has had to be our key player today, says a lot about the Espanyol side. But luckily for us, we stuck to, again, it's kudos to us. We stuck to the game plan. We haven't changed anything. Espanyol have been pressuring, they've been, fouling, they've been, provoking Fermin, Pedri. We've put our head down, played our football, and in the end, we know our football is better than a lot of teams. So we stuck to it, and then look what it got us.
It's going to be a big win this for Barca. They're going to dance long into the night here, of course, straight away off to the Super Cup.
That Fermin turn in the midfield for the Dynamo, my God.
Glorious, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it was brilliant. Yeah, again, the Fermin assist for both sides was brilliant. The both finishing from Olmo and Lewandowski were brilliant. That's what we need. That was the only way that we were going to score today, is brilliance.
Yeah.
It's brilliance.
Moment
and
of that.
It's those moments, and look at that.
Barcelona have beaten Espanyol
Vamos!
away from home by 2-0. Hansi Flick's men have done it. Late goals from Olmo and then Lewandowski are the difference between the two sides. It didn't look like it was going to be Barca's night, not by any stretch of the imagination. Espanyol were excellent, but for Joan Garcia in goal, who was remarkable. He really was the game's MVP, without a shadow of a doubt. Barca's best player, but the subs made the difference. Szczesny gives him a big old kiss, and rightly so. All the Barca fans will feel the same. But at the end of the day, it is a big win for Barca and for Hansi Flick. They've beaten Espanyol by 2-0. Alex, quick thoughts here. What an unbelievable win for Barca. They've beaten Espanyol 2-0 on the road. And I must say, for the large majority of that game, it did not look as though that was going to be the case. A real statement win in LaLiga. A win that's now put us 7 points clear. A win that I think could go a long way this season against our rivals.
Yeah, no, it was a brilliant display. I don't think any of us expected this match to win 2-0 to our advantage. Again, Espanyol had a brilliant match. It has to be said. They made our life basically impossible until the last 5 minutes of the game. No, defensively they were brilliant. Offensively they were brilliant. And luckily for us, we do have Joan Garcia between our goal that kept us in this game. And it took a moment of brilliance. There was literally nothing else was gonna be able to break Espanyol down and except for brilliance. And we knew that. And Fermin Lopez, luckily for us, is brilliant. Both of those goals were Fermin assists, and Fermin plays. 80% of the work that Fermin did left. It wasn't easy finishes, but first time finishes for both Lewandowski and Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo with a brilliant finish, second post, top bins again. Lewandowski there with a little chip, just reading the play excellently just to secure that 2-0 win. But Fermin Lopez, my word, brilliant attacking play from him, and it had to take that. And I'm happy, I'm relieved. It wasn't easy. It was a tough opponent and tough stadium to play in, and it was exactly what we expected. And luckily for us, we did get the 3 points.
Yeah, certainly so. I mean, Joan Garcia is looking like a big signing. But the more things go by, look at the chat right now. They're just filled with Joan Garcia emojis.
Yeah.
He's really been that good, people. He's been absolutely outrageous. He's steered Barca to a 2-0 win here. We're going to take a very short break. Don't go anywhere because we've got all the reactions and indeed the highlights from this crazy derby win. So much exciting stuff to come in this post-game show. I urge you not to go anywhere. We're going to be 2 or 3 minutes here and then we'll be back with everything. Culers, what a win. Right, guys, we've got Dani Olmo next to Llorens Tarés. Let's hear from today's match winner, Dani Olmo. Okay, we're going to wait a few moments. We're going to go back to him in just a few moments. Right, let's hear from him. Right, we've had a bit of chaos. We will be hearing from Olmo in just a few moments' time. When we have him for good, let us know. Until then, Alex, well, we can recap what has been a brilliant win for Barça. We will be hearing from Dani Olmo in just a few moments' time. We imagine it's going to be quite chaotic there inside the stadium. In fact, let's start with the subs, because we can talk about Olmo a bit if you like, but the subs as a whole, Fermin, Olmo, Lewandowski, even the players who came off the bench today, what a big impact. Pedri, how can I forget? Brilliant in my opinion today. What a big impact they made. And I said it all game long. Just look at the Barça bench today.
Yeah, no.
It looks damn strong, and we saw it there, didn't we, in this sort of game?
Yeah, no, I think definitely when you look at second half of the season, when you're looking at all the matches that you have to play with the importance of them, we have the Supercopa, that's a semi-final and potential final. Then you have, league games, Champions League. So that's when you really need your bench. That's when, I guess you can say, the bigger team is kind of said there when you have the quality off the bench. The Espanyol substitutes didn't really have any impact on the game, really. When you look at our subs, literally, 3 of them had impacts
very good
on the game directly. So I think especially coming into the second half of the season, it's so important that we have, injuries, not many.
Yeah. Because
this is what you need. You need rotation, you need subs. These are high intensity minutes, and when you're a sub, when you play for a team like Barcelona, when you're playing, the high intensity matches, you're a sub. It doesn't mean you're less important. Clearly, as you proved today, it's just a matter of being there in the right moments. Sometimes you start, sometimes you're a sub, and it's just about having the impact in those key moments. And I think these players did exactly that. But again, with the running games that we're having, with the importance, the later stages of the Champions League, of Copa del Rey, Super Cup, these are the times that you need every single player that comes on to be at the height, and our subs proved that exactly today.
Yeah, they absolutely did. Right, without any further ado, guys, let's take a look at the highlights from today's game. A crazy game. We can show you all 3 minutes of them right now. Here they are, players going out onto the pitch. It was a brilliant atmosphere. First half without many chances for Barça. I can see here that's almost the closest we came, really. There weren't many.
And that was a failed cross from Jules Koundé, and that was Gerard Martin kind of confusion, the chaos.
The sacrifice show for Joan Garcia sacrificing
the Gerard Martin to get the block there. It was literally just shoved him in the way of that. Lamine Yamal tried that a couple of times in the first half. Wasn't able to get any, didn't really scare, I think, Espanyol in that sense. It was going far wide, but that roulette there was absolutely brilliant. The first half, we didn't really have clear chances. Obviously, it was all Espanyol having the clear opportunities. We see there, this is it. Oh, please look at that again and again and again and again and again. Look at that.
This is really where the Joan Garcia show, as my phone drops on the floor, where the Joan Garcia show began today, guys. This was a quite ridiculous performance from Barca's goalkeeper. The number of incredible saves he made was quite outrageous.
Look at this one. This one,
Alex, is just insane. I mean, that like a certain goal. Never mind the header we saw a few moments ago.
The thing is that Roberto did everything right. He went for this fake shot there, went around Joan Garcia, and look at that. Just got such a key touch. That's so hard to do, because that's obviously such dangerous for a keeper to do, because you obviously draw the penalty. And Joan Garcia just got the perfect touch on that. This is the Eric Garcia chance. And look how clear that could have been. Both keepers, I think, had a brilliant match today.
Talk about game for goalkeepers there. Dimitrovic with a brilliant save. And don't worry, guys, it wasn't done yet. Joan Garcia again with a super stop to deny Romero this occasion. The more I look at it, Alex, I wonder that one was creeping in.
It might have been creeping, maybe off the post inside. Joan Garcia brilliant there to extend, literally. Oh, that was brilliant. And this is
the turn from Fermin, the death finish from Olmo, a glorious Barca moment in front of their fans, and one of those moments that I don't think we'll be forgetting for quite some time. It's Olmo time, as it always is.
Look at that finish, just a first time finish there, and literally the keeper could do nothing but just to stare that ball going in. Brilliant from Dani Olmo. But again, I think all of that was that's a training finish there. Look at that Fermin looking again. Look at that.
Brilliant
look at
again,
that.
I must say. From Fermin, I don't know what assist is better, Alex. Maybe even the second, the perseverance, the strength to keep it on in the pullback.
I would say the second.
They're both so good.
Yeah, no, the second one was look at that little dink there from Lewandowski.
Yeah, lovely.
It was brilliant. It was a brilliant read of play from Lewandowski. The keeper went down, the Espanyol player went down. As you see there, the Espanyol player just literally went sliding in, and Lewandowski just did brilliant there to read exactly in those moments. That's when his experience is shown. Fermin. I would like to say, I don't know, the second assist I think also was a team effort, because Pedri wins the ball back quite deep in, releases it out, and it eventually gets to Lamine Yamal, who I think with the first touch gives the ball with Fermin into space, and then Fermin beats the Espanyol player, gets into the box, gets to the byline, and cuts it back to Lewandowski. So I think overall the second goal was a team effort, brilliant Fermin display, and then just a brilliant finish from Lewandowski.
Yeah, certainly. So a 2-0 win for Barça. As you can see, it's put us for now 7 points clear at the top of LaLiga with 19 games played. So for us, we're officially halfway through the season and nearly at 50 points.
Yeah.
It's probably quite close to a record, I think, for us. And it wasn't looking like that was going to be the case at the start of the season or at various points of the season.
Well, considering shit December last season, you didn't really expect...
all of a sudden, Alex. I mean, we've won an awful lot on the trot, of course. Is it 8 or 9? I think it's 9 in a row now, right? And, well, it just keeps on happening. And we know we've still got to watch what Madrid do against Betis tomorrow at the Bernabeu. Massive game.
And again, that's a hard match for them.
It is.
I think this is where...
Just like tonight for us.
Yeah, no, it's these matches are where the league is won and lost a lot of the times, as much as, the direct games between Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Villarreal are important. The teams that are able to get points off the top, that's where it's won and lost. Yeah. If we would have dropped points today, maybe Real Madrid doesn't drop points, maybe Atletico Madrid doesn't drop points, and that's where the advantage is seen. So these games are probably even more important than those direct rivals.
Yeah, certainly so. I mean, look at the table there. It's definitely good viewing for all Barça fans. It really is. And, well, talk about statement wins. That's what we got today. I think when you get to minute 85 in a match and you are just thinking it's not going to be our night, to then come away with all 3 points in the manner we've done that just feels bigger than even a normal win here, doesn't it? And I mean, we're looking at the goalkeeper stats. They'll speak about Joan Garcia in a moment because we can't go much longer without doing so. But in terms of statement wins, Alex, for me that's right up there. I think it really is, and another clean sheet as well. Back-to-back 2-0 wins away to Villarreal, away to Espanyol, who are almost right next to each other on the table. It's really big. It is a big statement. Yeah,
no. When you look at that. Obviously, Villarreal have 2 games in hand from us. They can possibly go over Real Madrid depending on how tomorrow goes. Atletico Madrid and Espanyol are quite close as well. It's tight at the top of the table, and I do like seeing these new names in, Espanyol, Betis, Celta, Villarreal, be close, competing for those European spots. It is, this season I think is really, really entertaining so far. Luckily for us, we have been able to get through it so far. So I think from our advantage point, we're able to say it's an entertaining season. But I think today was a statement win overall in the league. We're keeping the momentum up. We're putting the gap. I think, again, we've not gotten deep into a lot of cup games. And, it is possible. It is a high possibility that we will maybe drop points at some point in the league when we're focusing on maybe more the Champions League, when we're focusing on, Copa del Rey. And it is very much a possibility when we're getting into those high volume games, high intensity games back to back to back that, maybe we do drop points. But right now, we're opening the gap more and more and, giving us a bit more breathing room. I think, it's a mental piece that we have with ourselves that we're doing everything possible. And if we drop 1 point, it's not the end of the world. We've done everything so far to be able to give us a bit of breathing room. And I think mentally that's kind of the cushion that you need. Going into the big games, it's having that mental cushion of, right now we're really, really good. If we slip up one game, it's fine. We can recover. And, if we slip up one game, it's not the end of the world so far. Yeah. But I do like the facts, starting this month that is so heavy and so important, starting with a win like this, a statement win, I think is, again, our confidence level, I think is really, really important. when you look at after the Athletic game. We had a bit of a, I wouldn't say downfall, just because the results stayed coming, but the way and the mental factor, I think, was a bit more low. It was lower than usual. And that mental strength that we need in the second half of the season is sometimes more important than the football itself.
Yeah, certainly so. Right, I can't wait any longer. This guy here that I'm going to put on our screens right now, Joan Garcia, by far and away the man of the match, by far and away Barca's saviour tonight. The saves he made were ridiculous. They were outstanding. I can't keep waxing lyrical about this guy because every week he keeps producing. And for me, signing of the summer for Barça, without a doubt, it'll be right up there in terms of signing of the summer in Europe, in my opinion. You'll struggle to find a better goalkeeper in a long, long time. And we'll go to Hansi Flick, who's with Llorens right now.
Okay, Hansi, congrats for the victory, first victory of the 2026. It was not an easy game, really.
No, what was an easy game. I think the atmosphere was unbelievable. It was really good. It was a derby, and Espanyol played fantastic. So I can also say that we didn't deserve the 3 points, but at the end, the quality we bring on the pitch in the second half was fantastic. So at the end, the quality decided the game.
You moved the team at 60 minutes, more or less. What changed it?
No, it's but they also, I can say we have a fantastic goalkeeper today. It's not only today. I think for me, Joan is one of the best goalkeeper in the world. His body language, his confidence, you can see it in every single minute in action. You can see this, and he gives us a lot of support from the behind. So it's from the back. It's great to see, But at the end, what I really appreciate that also the players who came in the second half are directly there and try to give the best. And at the end, they decided the match. For us, 3 points, of course, maybe not deserved, but at the end we take it. And it's good, also a good message for LaLiga.
Let me ask you for Dani Olmo. How important is Dani Olmo? Probably one of the most talented players you have.
No, you can see this is great to see his technique. It's unbelievable. His technique is unbelievable, and now I think he's in the flow. It's really good to see this. Came back after this injury. Before he scored also goal. Came back directly and scored the goal. It's great to see this, and happy also for him because it was not easy time for him. In the beginning of the season, but now I think he's back. The same was with Fermin. Really happy that he showed from the bench that he wants to play.
Last one, no time for celebration. We have a Super Cup and the possibility to win a title.
Yes, this is a goal, but first we have to play against Athletic Bilbao. It's also not an easy match, and we'll see it. So we have now tomorrow day off. Then we fly after the training. We fly to Saudi Arabia, and then we see what happens.
Congrats, Hansi.
Thank you very much.
There you have them, people. Words of Hansi Flick after this big 3 points tonight. I like the way he also almost took it upon himself to talk about Joan Garcia, and I was sort of interrupted there with the point I was making about Joan Garcia. For me, just one of the best signings of the summer. The way he's playing for Barça, the security he's given to us in goal, for me, has been almost out of this world. And we're watching him every week now, and we're seeing, for me, one of just the absolute best goalkeepers in the world, week in, week out. I'm astonished by him. I really am. I'm sure we'll have more time to speak about him throughout this post-game show. Right, we've got more reactions coming in. Lots of excitement. Jules Koundé now with Llorens. Let's hear from him.
Bueno, Jules, felicidades por la victoria. Estos son más que 3 puntos. Un derbi siempre es importante, pero hoy este tipo de derbi, además ganarlo así, es muy importante.
Sí, muy importante para seguir con nuestra 9ª victoria consecutiva. Estamos muy contentos. Ha sido un derbi muy igualado, nos los han puesto difícil. Es un muy buen equipo que sabe asociarse, que es bueno en transiciones. Y bueno, al final los que han salido del banquillo han hecho un trabajo fantástico con gol y asistencia, y también mencionar a Joan que ha sido muy decisivo con sus paradas.
No se le ha visto muy nerviosa, Joan, ¿eh? Llevamos dos semanas hablando de este partido y ha reaccionado, ha hecho una parada, seguramente una de las paradas de la Liga. No sé cómo lo has visto tú.
No, es un tío muy tranquilo, ha preparado su partido como prepara cada partido, muy meticuloso. Es un tío que está, como lo he dicho, tranquilo, en plena confianza y está en la línea de lo que hace desde el inicio de la temporada. Ha sido diferencial y la parada en la primera parte en la cabeza, creo, no me acuerdo.
Peramilla, creo.
Peramilla, ha sido una para mí de la parada más importante y más guapa de la temporada.
Jules, hay partidos que decimos que valen más que 3 puntos, pero es que habéis ganado en Villarreal y en el campo del Español consecutivamente. Hay que alargar al máximo, ¿no? La sensación dentro del equipo es alargar al máximo esta racha porque todos esos puntos ya están en el cajón.
Sí, claro, es importante. También metemos presión a los que nos persiguen. Es importante empezar el año con una victoria en un derbi fuera de casa otra vez. Creo que el equipo ha demostrado carácter porque es verdad que hemos sufrido, hemos conseguido ocasiones, pero no hemos bajado los brazos, siempre vamos a por los partidos y en los 10-15 últimos minutos hemos podido marcar esos goles y al final a veces es lo que toca, pero consciente de que hay muchas cosas que mejorar porque no queríamos ver tanto a Joan.
La última muy rápido y ahora la Supercopa. Son 2 partidos para intentar ganar un título, siempre motivante. Es uno de esos momentos, ¿no?, de la temporada que puede ser clave.
Sí. La oportunidad de ganar un título en enero es algo importante. Creo que desde que llegue el club, cada vez que la hemos ganado, nos ha ido bien después y nos da un plus, te da una buena dinámica. Así que, bueno, tenemos muchas ganas de estar ahí y de poder ganar la Supercopa.
Gracias, Jules, y a la ducha.
Gracias.
There you have it, Alex. I think for me also one of the best performances today. I'd say Koundé, I thought he was excellent, especially in that first half bursting on. I've been having some communication from Robert people. A lot of you have been asking where Robert's been. Quite like Marc Brau, he's had a baby. He's had a baby. That's why he was in the editing room a few games before this one. He's now at home with his kid. He sent me his MVP votes in, and his baby has won 3 votes. Joanna's won 2 votes, and Fermina's won 1 vote. So there you have it, Robert from home. We wish you all the best. Massive hug to the baby and the family, of course.
Yes.
And hopefully you enjoyed that one. There you go, a little gift for your young boy on his first Barça game. So Robert is, of course, still with us. I'm sure we'll have a lot of love in the chat too. But wow, what a display from Joan Garcia. What a display from Barça. In fact, let's take a look at those highlights once more. We watched them a few moments ago, and all of you guys who missed the game or maybe weren't able to catch the goals, here we go. Here are the highlights from this one. One of those crazy games, Alex, that we'll be remembering for a very long time.
I think that Joan Garcia save, we're going to be speaking about that for a very, very long time. That's going to come up on a quiz in a few years, and I'm gonna remember it. That's never gonna. I think that's never gonna escape my mind. I say that now. Watch me forget in about 2 weeks.
Yeah,
no, it was a brilliant display. Again, I think obviously, the scoreboard is where the importance is in terms of the 3 points. When you look at Olmo, Lewandowski, and Fermin, being that triple to be able to get 2-0 up and get the 3 points, but it was all up to Joan Garcia to keep us in the game for that long. Espanyol could have easily gone up, and again, I think we have to say that they had the better chances. They dominated us in terms of the goal scoring opportunities. They made us hold our breath quite a lot. Espanyol had a brilliant game, but Joan Garcia kept us in that, and Jules Koundé there with probably one of the first clear opportunities of the match. Really,
genuinely for us.
That was the ball just bounced through. And I mean, look at this Joan Garcia save again, one over and over, just brilliant. That's such a dangerous play for a keeper that could have easily resulted in a penalty, and just outstanding from Joan Garcia. And we kind of probably fed off of that as well. Knowing that Joan Garcia was doing everything to keep ourselves in the game, we knew that we had to kind of react to that. And I think everybody on the pitch played a brilliant game today. There was nobody that was on the pitch that had a really bad game.
Yeah.
I think everyone did their part. From Joan Garcia to Lewandowski and Ferran Torres. And no, it was just a brilliant game for Joan Garcia. And again, it is important that the goal scorers were on it, but thankfully for us, we're able to get a clean sheet and the 3 points because Joan Garcia, Espanyol could have scored and it would have taken us Dani Olmo finish again.
There it is, Alex. That's the moment. I mean, Joan Garcia, quite right, was the man of the game. He really was. But that finish from Olmo was sensational, out of this world, really. Took it first time, made no mistake, no chance, Dimitrovic, and straight into the far top corner, all made by Fermin Lopez too. I mean, we don't see it too much in the highlights, but the turn he makes on halfway, he takes it off of the outside of his boot. And then this strength and perseverance here is brilliant. The finish from Lewandowski is deft and gorgeous, and Barça have all 3 points.
I think it was just a combination of the fact that it was both ridiculously good assists from Fermin and both ridiculously good finishes from, look at that little dink there from Lewandowski, just reading the play. Just literally left the Espanyol defender and keeper on the floor from that. No, it was Fermin assists and brilliant finishes from both Dani Olmo, Lewandowski and Fermin there, with combining to be the saviours of the match.
Yeah, certainly so. There is Joan Garcia, big hug from Hansi Flick, rightly so. What a brilliant game for Barça. Right, we've got more reactions coming in. The match winner, well, we could call it the match winner. Barça won 2-0, but he got the first. Dani Olmo also spoke to Llorenç Reyes. Let's hear from him.
Felicitats per la victòria i, òbviament, per el golaç que ha canviat el partit. Quina manera, no?, de tornar.
Hola, bona nit. Sí, la veritat que molt content. Tenia moltes ganes i tenia moltes ganes de començar l'any amb victòria i més aquí en aquest camp contra l'Espanyol, i molt contents per haver-ho aconseguit.
Escolta, quan ve aquella pilota, allò caramelet, mig votant, tu ja tens aquesta idea, no?, de buscar el pal llarg?
Sí, Fermin me l'ha donat perfecte per rematar de primeres, era el que buscava, així que molt content que hagi entrat.
Era un partit duríssim, i estava sent un partit duríssim, dos equips a més amb molt bona ratxa, i us estava costant. Què ha canviat en el tram final, Dani, per aconseguir aquests 3 punts?
Jo crec que hem seguit intentant-ho. L'equip jo crec que ha fet un bon partit, al final contents pels 3 punts, però està clar que hem de seguir millorant coses, però l'important era sumar 3 punts avui aquí i ara per la Supercopa.
Això t'anava a preguntar, ara és l'hora de la Supercopa, Dani.
Això mateix. Tenim ganes, demà descansem i dilluns marxem cap allà, o sigui que a per totes.
Moltíssimes felicitats i enhorabona per aquest retorn, Dani.
Molt bé, moltes gràcies.
Well, Olmo scored it. I think it's fair to say Fermin made it. Let's hear from Fermin Lopez too. Carousel of interviews here on Barça Live on the post-game show. Fermin was also speaking to Llorenç a few moments ago.
Sí, doncs en Fermin, efusiu amb la celebració perquè avui és una victòria, Fermin, bona nit, que val més que 3 punts.
Hola, bona nit. Sí, crec que encara que no hem fet el nostre millor partit, crec que l'equip va lluitar fins al final, hem tingut les 2 ocasions del gol i nada, res, Barcelona blaugrana una altra vegada.
La millor manera d'acabar amb un derbi que estava sent molt igualat, a més amb aquesta sensació constant de pluja, la gespa estava ràpida, costava també imposar el domini, no?, durant el partit.
Sí, crec que hem tingut moltes pèrdues i no hem sigut capaços de tenir possessions llargues, però crec que això, l'equip ha lluitat, sabíem que la nostra oportunitat arribaria i l'hem aprofitat.
Deia el Dani que amb aquella passada que li has fet perfecta, que ja tenia clar que la rosca anava cap al pal llarg, una jugada decisiva i també, sobretot, la jugada del segon gol. T'has trobat bé en aquest tram final?
Sí, bueno, la de Dani ha sigut un golaç, jo només l'he passat, però bueno, sí, molt content d'ajudar l'equip, sigui de titular o de suplent i bueno, crec que ha sigut una victòria important i molt contents de l'equip.
Us motiven aquests partits, Fermin, a tu, al Cuba, al Valde, a tots aquests jugadors us motiven molt.
Sí, al final hem viscut això des de petits i sabem el que significa per l'afició, pel club i bueno, crec que quan guanyem és el millor, al final som culers des de petit i bueno, estem molt contents.
I l'últim molt ràpid, ara cap a Aràbia a buscar un títol, perquè evidentment són 2 partits per guanyar un títol.
Sí, sabem que tenim una oportunitat de guanyar el primer títol i estem amb moltes ganes i arribarem amb moltes bones sensacions.
Gràcies, Fermin, i enhorabona.
Gràcies, bona nit.
There you have it then, interviews wrapped up for this evening, but of course we can go to connect with our colleague Llorenç Reyes, who was watching on this one from Pitchside. Llorenç, bona nit, quina bogeria de partit. Per començar, com has vist una mica el partit? No ha estat fàcil per a Barça per molts temps, però al final hem marcat els 2 gols i, bueno, Dani Olmo, Fermín... Quina partit,
Hi, Pablo. Sí, deixa'm dir, let me say the MVPs for me. One derby, one victory, okay? My first derby and victory for FC Barcelona. Ha estat una nit intensa aquí a Cornellà al Prat, ho deia Hansi Flick, segurament no hem merescut els 3 punts perquè Joan ha estat decisiu. Ens hem passat setmanes parlant del retorn de Joan Garcia a Cornellà al Prat, ens hem passat tota la temporada dient quin tros de porter que hem fitxat i avui, sens dubte, ho ha demostrat. Espectacular el porter blaugrana amb intervencions que han estat decisives per sumar aquesta victòria en un derbi on ha costat moltíssim perquè l'Espanyol ha fet molt bé la seva feina defensiva, ha tingut ocasions sobradament per aconseguir els 3 punts, però ha topat, com dèiem, amb el porter del Barça. Aquesta pluja també ha fet que hi hagués molts errors en la circulació, ho ha aprofitat l'equip blanc i blau, però en qualsevol cas el Barça, a partir dels canvis al minut 60, l'entrada de Pedri, de Dani Olmo i de Robert Lewandowski han estat decisives per canviar el signe del partit. Al final, aquests 3 punts que ens permeten de moment posar pressió als rivals. Avui ha guanyat el Villarreal, demà juga l'Atlético de Madrid i el Real Madrid, però sabem que el Barça segueix líder una setmana més amb avantatge sobrada i ara a pensar en la Supercopa. I els punts per l'MVP, que no me'ls deixo.
Sí.
3 points, Joan Garcia, òbviament. 2 punts per Fermín, jo crec 2 punts per Fermín, i 1 point goes to Frenkie de Jong, que avui m'ha agradat molt el partit que ha fet al mig del camp el jugador holandès del Barça. En definitiva, 3 punts molt importants. Això era un derbi, ho hem vist com ho ha celebrat el Barça i, en definitiva, aquesta victòria ha de ser més que 3 punts en aquest primer partit del 2026. Des d'aquí, Cornellà al Prat, ja és tot. Nosaltres marxem. Ens anirem a posar una mica de caloret al cos perquè ha estat plovent durant tot el partit i en qualsevol cas marxem contents amb aquests 3 punts de l'equip de Hansi Flick. Pablo, Alex, see you soon.
Llorenç, bona nit. Thank you so much. Llorenç Ares there live from the stadium following the team for this one, and we'll see Llorenç in Saudi Arabia very soon. There's so much football to come this month, people. Llorenç there explaining a bit of his MVP votes, as you can see on the side there, and also the game and how it all went. Alex was right. Should we do our MVP votes?
I was going to say, just go straight to mine because I have the same exact thing.
And I think I might have the same too. Go on.
Do you?
Go ahead.
Is it a clean sweep for all of us, really?
There you go.
Yeah, I have the same as Llorenç there. I think Joan Garcia there has been probably key player. He kept us in this game for so long for us to be able to do the attacking bit of it. But no, outstanding. It was a tough game for him mentally. Coming to his old sides, the fans didn't really give him a good, farewell sending. It was, the complete opposite. It's a very hostile environment for him. The stands are quite close to him. He had an earful all match, but even at that, he was able to do his job, keep his head down, really stayed calm in every single moment, did outstanding, pulled off ridiculous saves. I mean, it's going to be really hard for any keeper across the league to pull a better save than that. Kept us in the game for so long, and it is thanks to him that we were able to get this win. Fermín, I think no explanation needed. He came on and he was the main man for both of the winning goals, assisted both of them. But not only, it wasn't just an assist, it wasn't an assist, it was an entire play. It was an individual play.
Brilliant.
Individual brilliance that led to the 2 goals. And Frenkie de Jong, it has to be said, he stayed on for the entire match. Second half obviously shifted his role a bit when Pedri comes on. They play off of each other, but I think he was absolutely brilliant throughout the entire match to keep us calm, be a key player in the midfields. Obviously, again in the first half he had a bigger role because he was kind of the lone one there. When Pedri came on, he played off of him a lot more and kind of divided the role that he had in the first half between him and Pedri. But I think Frenkie de Jong, again, without him, I don't think we wouldn't have been able to keep in this match for as long as we did, because he was absolutely brilliant in starting the attack and also recoveries. But yeah, I think each person in this top 3 has been, without them on the pitch, this this result wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, 100%. Alex, you won't be surprised to see that I've gone for the exact same MVP votes. I don't think this happens very often,
No,
people.
I think it's the first time since my Barça live that the three of us, it's a clean sweep.
Yeah.
Clean sweep.
It's rare, to be fair, because obviously everyone's got different opinions and whatnot.
Yeah.
I think Joan Garcia is the obvious one.
Yeah.
Fermin, I think, deserves it
It's
because of his
obviously
impact,
obvious,
right?
yeah.
And De Jong, I think, for the constant over the whole of the game, probably earns it. There was another name who came into my head, Alex, who slipped me, who I also thought had a really good game, and it's got away from me. Pedri, I thought was brilliant off the bench. Pedri, I thought was really good, but I think De Jong was on the pitch for the whole game, and
he was
takes that point, right?
Again, I think Pedri just added to Frenkie de Jong rather than made it better, if that makes sense. Because Frenkie de Jong still went on about his business, but now again, dividing the role with Pedri instead of doing it all himself. But essentially, it was the same. Frenkie de Jong was absolutely brilliant again. In all of that, who else might Alejandro Valde? To be fair, second half was a bit more. First half, it looked like he could have been on one to probably even scoring the first goal of the match. Jules Koundé did really well defensively as well. I think he probably had the toughest side for the Espanyol attack. He did well to get back in a lot of occasions. He stopped a few key moments in the Espanyol attack. I think Jules Koundé was brilliant defensively as well.
Right, that means that the votes in total are as follows. Joan Garcia with 9, Fermin 6, De Jong 3. Pretty self-explanatory, really. El Mirdeis said same for me. Brita Malaguita has 3 for Joan, 2 for Fermin, and 1 for Koundé. So fair play. I thought Koundé was also very good tonight. Yeah. And El Mirdeis also says tonight was a statement. I couldn't agree more. Yeah. I think it certainly was. It's left us in a really good spot in LaLiga. As you can see here, we're right at the top of the table now, and by 7 points too. Let's see how Madrid fare against Betis. But there's a lot of football to come. There's a lot of football to come. And Alex, I think we did this after the Villarreal game, and whilst we're waiting for Hansi Flick to step into the press room, what a month we have ahead. We've just played today, on the 3rd.
This is only the first match of the month. What do we say, 5 matches that we have?
We've got a lot more. We've got a lot to come. We could have 8, Alex, in total. We've got
8 matches in 4 weeks.
We've
How
got
about that?
Athletic Club in the semi-final on Wednesday night. If we win, we have the final on Sunday. Could not happen, but it could. When we come back, we've got the round of 16 of the Copa del Rey. Then we played Real Sociedad away on the weekend.
That's hard.
Then Slavia Prague away midweek in the Champions League. Then Real Oviedo at home in the league. And then Copenhagen at home in the Champions League. And they're big games too, the Champions League ones, of course. It feels like they're all must-wins, and there's so many of them.
So 2 Champions League games, potentially
2 Super Cups,
2 Super Cup games. Real Sociedad away, which is hard.
Only 2 league games, remarkably.
Yeah. But Real Donosti is a hard stadium to play in as well. It's a big crowd. It's a good stadium to play at. Not an easy month. Potentially 8 matches. This is only the first one. Can you imagine that? This is the first one and we barely made it through.
Yeah, it is remarkable. And as I said, you said it. 2 Champions League, 1 Cup, 2 Super Cup, 2 League. Well, we've already played the 1 League, so 3 League in total.
Obviously, the 2 Super Cup games are must-wins.
Yeah, if we get to the second, obviously.
It's again, if semi-finals must win to get to the final. Once we get to the final, it's a must win to get the title. So 2 must wins, definitely. Champions League, we still need to recover some points. 2 must wins for Champions League. We need to recover, that league position. Yeah. In the league, again, the league is where
we've given ourselves margin.
We have the margin. Hopefully, Real Madrid drop points against Betis tomorrow. I think that could be a key game, and hopefully for us, we're able to extend, that gap at the top and give us a bit more breathing room, because when you look at the rest of the month, La Liga matches are they drop down in terms of importance, so to say. Especially when you look at, again, 2 Champions League matches, 2 Supercopa matches, and that's all, without injuries. So hopefully that goes well. But first game down, first win down, first 3 points of the year, and we can say that we got through probably one of the hardest matches of the season, really.
Yeah, certainly so. What a month we have ahead of us, people. Right, Hansi Flick has stepped into the press room, and that is where we will leave tonight's edition of Barça Live. Thank you ever so much for tuning in, as always. We'll be back on Wednesday night for the semi-finals of the Spanish Super Cup against Athletic Club, as we've just been discussing here with Alex. What a game, Alex. Pleasure again once more. What a night. Barça, for now, they're 7 points clear at the top of the table. They've beaten their rivals Espanyol, and they've done it in incredible fashion. Joan Garcia, we love you, thank you, and good night from us to all of you culers. Bona nit.
Bona nit.
marxar i la pregunta en anglès. Comencem, Mireia, sisplau.
Who's that? Okay.
La sala de premsa, perdona, Xavi. Bona nit, Mireia Ruiz en directe a la TDT de Catalunya Ràdio. Li preguntarem a Flick si marxa més satisfet per haver aconseguit els 3 punts o si per altra banda li preocupa alguna cosa d'aspectes del joc o del rendiment col·lectiu. How do you live today? You live happy or more pleased with the 3 points, or maybe like a little bit concerned about
I'm
some
happy and pleased
performance?
with the 3 points.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. The other
Thank
things we have to change, but at the end, I'm really happy about that.
Marta.
Hola, Hansi, Marta Ramon, en directe a RAC1. Li preguntarem pels canvis que ha fet a la segona part. Why was it so hard to attack today with success, and what were you looking for with the changes and to get this better performance from your team in the second half?
I think we have to see that Espanyol played a fantastic game. It was an unbelievable atmosphere here in the stadium. It was a derby. I really enjoyed it. Also about the result, I think we didn't deserve it. I'll be honest. But at the end, the quality we brought on the pitch after the changes, decided the game, and I'm really happy about that, because first of all I have to say thank you to Joan Garcia, because he played unbelievable. I think he's one of the best goalkeeper in the world, and also from the bench, the players who came in, that they are directly there, and this shows the quality we have, but of course I not celebrate the first 80 minutes or how we played, so it's they have a lot of intensity, Espanyol, a lot of good dynamic, also in the duel in the air. They are really, really good. So we suffered a lot about this, but at the end, we scored the 2 goals and got the 3 points. And this is, I think, also a massive message also to LaLiga and for us very important.
Hola, mister. ¿Qué tal? Buenas noches, Adrià Albets para la cadena SER. You were talking now about Joan Garcia. It was a difficult game for him because of the atmosphere, but he played a really good game. So what do you think about his mental strength and his performance?
No, it was fantastic. It was fantastic. And I know that he appreciates a lot about, and he will never forget what happens here, because Manolo gave him the confidence that he play, and I know him, and he will never forget this. But it's football, and he playing now for us, and it's unbelievable. His performance the whole season. I think he played fantastic. Also with a clean sheet today, and he was responsible for that.
Elena.
Hi, Hansi.
Oh.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
You just said that this victory is important to send a message to LaLiga. Is it important to gain confidence for the Super Cup?
Of course, every victory, and I think it's also for the teams not so easy. After the short break, came back, you have 5 training session, and directly play on the same level as before. I think it's not easy, but now with the victory, I think also the confidence. We have more confidence maybe, and hopefully more confidence, and we will see. But I really, you know that I'm always looking about the training, what I see, what the performance is, what the intensity is there, and this is really good. So today, again, a great opponent, a great team, They played a fantastic match, and we struggled a lot, but at the end, we get those 3 points.
Hello, Mr. Flick. Happy New Year. Víctor Lozano en directo para el Radio Estadio Onda Cero, because how difficult the opponent made it. This the victory that made him happy this season for you?
This year, yes. No, I know how important is always a derby. You know, a lot of people on the street, they said, on Saturday, Espanyol derby, we have to win. And I know how important is it to win these matches. But at the end, how I said before, it's really I'm really happy about this win, because we didn't play well. And but I will not say that we didn't play well, because maybe it affect also for the opponent. Opponent made a fantastic game. They were really, the intensity they have, how they play directly, also the transition, what they do. It's fantastic. It's great, and congrats to Manolo. It's really fantastic to see this, how they play football, and it's not surprising me that they are now on the table. Much better than last season, so it's I think a hard work from the team, from the staff, and you can see what happens.
Últimas dues preguntes, last two questions.
Hi, Hansi, here. Albert Hernandez from Televisión Española. I would like to ask you about Joan Garcia. If the last hours, did you talk to him to prepare to the atmosphere he could find today in the stadium? If you talked to him?
Of course, I talked to him, and but I have how I said yesterday in the press conference, I have the feeling that he's like always, and he's very, very calm, and have the confidence. You can see it in every action, in every situation, and no, it's very focused, very concentrated, and this is why he's on this level.
Hi, Hansi. Laia Cervelló from The Athletic. As a manager, how reassuring is to have a goalkeeper like Joan Garcia? Thank you.
No, it's very important always. You can see when you see the match today, you know why it's important, and I think also when you see Real Madrid, they also have a fantastic goalkeeper. A lot of big teams had this, and I'm happy that he's here, and I am really happy that we made this decision.
Doncs fins aquí l'hora de premsa. Moltes gràcies i bon any.